I'm going to start my recording and switch my video inputs. There we go. Okay, I'm recording. Okay, so I'll fire the game up here. I had a bad mission.
All right. Well, we I think I can help you a little bit.
I'm
With
coming
that
into this one.
and the
It's going to
thought
be
process.
it's going to be
Walk through a few things, and I'll show you like when you contract to go out, you can always back out, but you go to the screen and look to see what's out there. What different things could I do?
right
Um,
now. We need to adjust this volume level. I'm going to guess that it's very loud right now for you. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it'll be a bit more boring on your end with no sound.
I
Um,
I off I often listen to it without the sound.
okay. All right.
Frequently, if I'm playing something like that and Mary is in the area, she doesn't like, she doesn't care for it. I have some
Right.
other music on or something else, so
Right.
it doesn't bug her. And so oftentimes I don't. Certain situations I do,
Right.
but typically not.
Right.
So let's rock and roll. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah. The sound engineers are crying, by the way, going all of our work for nothing. By the way, watch like an action film with the sound turned off once and realize that it's okay. Like 75% of the movie is the audio. Okay, so here's my darkest delve. In week 6, but this last week I'll tell you what happened. It wasn't. I had to back out and run away essentially.
Done that. Done there, done that. And a lot
And
further into it than week 6.
yeah, and because of backing out, I'm gonna have a monetary problem. As I wasn't thinking.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of
Um,
this crusade.
so the monetary
Its
problem
little
is I
end
put
furthers
guys,
your broad tolerance in
um,
your choice of means.
into, hold on a second here. I gotta make sure I'm doing this. Oh, I gotta skip out of that one. Okay. Did I put guys into?
Not yet.
No. Yeah. Okay. But I
But
spent a lot of
yeah,
money to save these guys before I went into the last dungeon, and so I have very low money, and I got like no money coming back out of the dungeon. So I have to make this next dungeon delve with only 1,400 bucks, and a
yeah,
whole bunch of dudes that are these top 4 people are the guys I sent in there, and you can see
yeah,
they're all at like almost 50%.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, people that you would want. Oh, he's got a disease too. On top of the fact that he's whacked.
okay, now
Dismas
how
is
do you know that?
diseased.
Looking at that, how do you know a guy's diseased?
Look at Dismas.
Okay.
Look at the lower right-hand corner.
Oh,
A green sponge. Not on his. No, just on the
right,
list there.
right. Yeah, I wanted
Okay,
to see if what it showed over here on this. So it doesn't
and let's
actually
see.
show that
You
on
can
that.
see on the very bottom he has scurvy.
Oh, scurvy.
Combat skills, camping skills, resistance, scurvy.
Yeah,
And
look
he
at
has
this.
scurvy.
Look at this dude. He's like claustrophobic, necromania, paramania, known cheat. It's like he just keeps getting whacked.
Okay. Clotter, Cove Adventure, Hard Noggin, Photomania, Quick Reflexes. Okay, those are good things to have. Take a look at Bordell, who is the, I don't remember what they call him anymore, a plague doctor. He's bulimic and he has syphilis.
Yeah, I noticed that he got syphilis in the last thing now. Wow, this game is just beats you
It's
up left, right, and sideways, doesn't
early,
it?
it's tough. Cove Adventure, Ruins Tactician, Evasive is good. Weak Grip on Life, that you don't really want. And if you go down to Clinchamps, the girl, just below him, she has hysterical blindness. A
God,
torn
I
rotator,
hadn't even been looking
enlightened,
at those diseases. I've been looking at the
balance, and
quirks.
lurker. Yeah, right. You look concentrate on the red quirks. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Um, so, go back to your list of characters here. Is that every character you have on the screen?
No, I have 12 characters. I have the max right now.
All right, so that's 8 characters.
So I've got.
A couple more here. Okay.
So the guy at the bottom
He's
is a guy who I didn't know what that flashing thing meant, and so I haven't done anything with him. He's gone off on like 2 missions,
this is
and
Lycopia.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
I didn't want to spend any money on him because I didn't know what that flashing thing meant.
Okay. P12.
Because it doesn't look like he's ready to level up or anything like that. It does say he's hopeless.
Yes. Yes. No, that he's inflicted with hopelessness. So he would be. Those are good guys. The guys on here that are really good are those guys, the bounty hunters, the nuns, if you will.
Right, right.
Up. Those are really good. The plague doctor can come in very handy, depending upon what you're fighting and where you are.
Right.
The guy up on top of the plague doctor, grave robbers can come in handy too. I didn't use the next guy up myself. Didn't use him a lot.
The reason I grabbed him, the arbalist.
But there are times where it's really very good to have it. Typically, when you see Mercurial flashing,
right?
Okay, that's going to lock in 1 or 2 adventures if it's not taken care of. That's how you know that somebody's going to get that box that locks it and about triples the amount of money it takes to fix it.
Okay, so it's flashing, which means he's just gotten it, like in his last adventure?
It means that, no, it means that it's going to become permanent or semi-permanent in the next one, or I don't know what the number is, 1 or 2 adventures, whether he's run or not.
Oh, wow.
So Fear of Beasts, that's not flashy. So if you're looking for things to take care of quickly, in terms of those kinds of things, look for anything that's flashing. If it's a big deal, those are the ones you want to get to quickly.
Okay, so once
now some things.
So when that stops flashing, then that becomes like this guy, the guy down here.
Yeah, you actually no. You can run it up the ladder a little bit, slowly. Stop. Okay. Mercurial torn rotator. See the skeleton in the box?
Right.
Skeleton head. Okay. That means it's now costing 3 times as much to fix it.
Oh, that's what the skull means. Okay,
so
then
when he stops flashing,
he gets the skull.
Right.
Yikes. Well,
so
I took your advice. Let me just back up a little bit here. Vax, Reynold, Dismas, and Bortle are my original 4 characters. So I've been trying to keep those guys alive and playing with them.
Okay.
Vax was the one who had the stealing. I sent her into because the sanitarium finally opened.
Yep.
So I sent her into the sanitarium and got rid of the stealing because in one of the missions, you were right. I mean, she steals all the treasure and then the party doesn't get it.
Yeah,
right?
Everything is gone and it's just like, geez.
Yeah,
there's a lot of quirks. There are a lot of quirks. Diseases you need to get rid of. There's a lot of quirks that you can keep. They aren't that big of a deal or they don't happen very often. For instance, here you've got Renault up there. God-fearing. Click on God-fearing and see what that says. Only pray for stress release. I never worried about that. So big deal.
Right, because that just means that you.
It locks him into a specific area to get rid of stuff. He can't do 9 different things. He can only do one. That's
Right,
fine.
right, which means if you got a bunch of God-fearing
Yeah.
people, you can't cure them all in one go
Yeah.
at.
If you go up to Vox or Vax. Okay, so she's
Oh,
got.
let me also point out something. I'm using a coding system, a prefix. P is their place, so P1 means their preferred place is 1.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
P12 means the preferred place is 1 or 2. And like P123 means the preferred place is 1, 2,
Nice.
3. I'm thinking also
Nice.
about
I love
using.
it.
I'm also thinking about using a suffix to show where they hit. But I found it really tedious to figure out how to set up a group if you didn't know where in the hell
Yeah.
they
Well,
had to be placed.
if you played it as long as I have, you know pretty much where everybody fits.
Right.
But you're just starting, so you don't know that. You know,
Right.
it says 1, 2. Okay, what happens if he's got to go 3? Does that work?
Right.
Does he not do anything? You know, what happens? For instance, when you look at Vax, 3 is a dot.
Right.
Okay, so 1 is where she really wants to be. That's where she does her most damage.
Right. And that's what my P's are indicating. I'm not indicating anything other than that's the absolute preferred position. So it's got to have the full yellow dot.
Okay. She can do 2. I've had her in 2 along with bounty hunters. Sometimes what you wind up flipping the 2 of them.
Right.
Sometimes with a knight. Although the knight really wants to be in 1. But I think he, if you go down to Renault, maybe he's a 1-2 combo. Well, yeah, you have him as a 1-2 combo. Yeah, it does make a difference. So I put her first and him second. That's typically the way I would play that.
Right. And that's what I've been doing. Yep.
Yeah, you discover it over time simply because you see how they play.
Right.
Geez, he's no good in that spot, you know,
Well,
not with this guy. And that's how you also help to set them up when you put your parties together.
Right. So
Who
let
do
me
I bring with me?
let me jump thoughts for a second. Let me come down to this guy who you said that you hadn't played many of them. Or is it this dude right here? I'll tell you why I brought this dude in. I brought him in because, oops, I apologize. The interface with using a joystick in this game is a little rough.
You don't need to apologize, Dave. This is cool.
I brought it
I've
in.
never done this before, so to me, it's a whole new kid's experience at Christmas.
Yeah. Let me come down to him again here.
Because you had something he could wear.
Yes. He can wear that. He's the only guy who can wear that. But then I'm looking at it and going,
nice.
Okay, it's minus 30 to be moved, and it's plus 30 to move skill. It's minus 1 speed, not so great. I think, okay, that's kind of okay. I was starting to put these items on people, and then I'm going, you know, minus 2 dodge. I'm not so sure I want to give up minus 2 dodge. And let's see, what's this one here? I'm using, you know, plus 5% protect, minus 1 speed. I don't know. I mean, I think I'd rather be quicker than 5% protection.
It depends all upon the speed, the quickness that the individual has.
Right.
Overall.
Right. And a lot of
as
these
to
characters,
when they go.
They're pretty low
What
on
you don't
speed.
want is you don't want a whole party that goes last.
Right. Right. Exactly.
That's what you want to say. And if you look at him as Arbalest, because of the nature of what he does, his speed is crap already.
Right. Exactly.
There will be guys that you will get that will be 6, 7, and 8 after you add things to them.
Right.
That's kind of neat. Take a look. If you go to the trinkets, go to the first trinket, the armband. Okay. All right, so there's a warrior.
Now
Skill
I'm looking at
goes
that.
up.
I'm looking at that and I'm going 10% damage, minus 4 dodge. I'm going, maybe I should sell that.
Yes. what I wound up with doing is I didn't realize for a long time that really you can survive for a while on the gold on selling the stuff that you get. That is why I'm gonna if you back out of that and get to the screen that shows all the village places, go to the stagecoach.
Yeah, that's the next place to take. The stagecoach, because I upgraded the stagecoach, there's a whole shit ton of guys in here that just came in.
Nice. Yeah,
fact,
and
if
I tried, when possible, I tried to upgrade things that would be good for me overall.
Now,
So these guys are all
interesting. There used to be 6 guys in here. 3 of them have left. They brought in like 9 guys. It was unbelievable how many guys. And I brought like 2 new dudes in, and I left the rest of them in here. But it looks like at the end of the week, it's knocked some of them off. But I don't have an occultist. I don't have a man-at-arms.
You don't have a man-at-arms either. Okay, take a look at the man-at-arms. Now, I see that there are letters on here that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, what you're seeing is
some new things that they've added.
Well, because I can't see, I can move my mouse around here, right? Okay, but this is doing nothing. I mean, this is just my Windows mouse, right? I'm not pointing and clicking, right? I'm using a joystick to move around, and what these things are here, it's telling me a button to press. B.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that's quit.
Gotcha, okay.
That quits this screen.
Gotcha.
A selects, left trigger opens that window up.
Okay.
And then like right trigger opens, the most cumbersome one is the right trigger over here. How I get to this thing, I have to press the right trigger and hold it. Then use the left stick or the D-pad and move up and down. And then press like A to select a guy. So it's, whereas you're just sliding the mouse over and clicking, I'm doing like 3 things to get there.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, take a look at the Seeker Man-at-Arms.
Okay, so... Oops, hold on a second here. How do I look at it? Oh, Hero Details X. Okay, so there he is.
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah, that's the first guy who can pretty much fight from any position.
Look at him. I got a couple of my biggest guys were these guys. So take a look, Ruins Explorer. So he's going to get plus 10% scouting chance. That may or may not be a big deal. And Wheel Scrounger plus 5% scouting chance. Okay, so there's a little bit extra bonus. He's not typically a guy who's going to have a high scout level.
Right.
And that's notice his trap level, 10%.
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
But what happens is that while you're in the middle of a game or you're finished something, all of a sudden, the dice are rolled and boom, they roll it out here and the map comes up and it shows, scouted. And now you see where, the next 3 dots in this direction, the next 4 dots in that direction are going. That's based on those calls, Ruins Explorer, Wheel Scrounge. You get a little bit bonus, all of a sudden it triggers. And boom, sometimes you go through it and nothing happens. Never goes off once. Other times it'll go off and you get a hint as to what's coming up. Take a look at Diurnal, the quirk that's written red.
Yeah, -2 speed if torch is below 26.
Okay. God help you if you ever have a torch below 26.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about in the best of situations, you don't give a crap about that. Because you're not going to want to have that happen.
Right.
And if it's a thing that's a problem in a situation you never want to get into, don't waste your time on it.
Right.
Okay. This guy's a powerful guy, and he's got a couple things that you can't get at the moment. But if you look at the things that he can do, look at the first one, the mallet, or hammer, in his combat skills.
Okay, crush.
So, plus 5% on crit. From the first or second position, he can hit anybody in the first 3 spots. That is not typical for a guy who's winding up in the first or second position to be able to hit that third guy. So that's a plus. Take a look 2 over where he looks like he's hollering. Okay. He get anybody from anywhere with that. He gets no damage, but all 4 people
So the
lose
damage
5
mod
dodge.
minus 100% means that he's essentially he does no damage to a guy, right?
Right.
That's what
But
that's
what he's
telling me?
doing is he's doing debuffs. Every person or they can get a roll against it, 100% base, minus 5 dodge, minus 5 speed. In certain situations, if that hits 2 or 3 or all 4 of the characters you're fighting, minus 5 speed, plus their dodge goes down,
Right.
they are open for everybody else to beat the hell out of, and you'll go first.
Right.
So I often use that one. In certain situations, they say, oh, I'm not going to do a lot of damage since they got guys behind me who can do damage. I'm just going to debuff these guys.
Right.
So that's
You're
one
gonna
that's cool.
soften them up for the other guys to smack them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at the third one now, the shield. You can choose to guard an ally, in which case you will get hit instead of him, or you can buff yourself for 15% protection. So I've used that too. If I'm going, his max hit points right now are 31. When I, with my guys, with some of the equipment that I have, I can up that to 50 or 60. Now you're fighting heavier dude guys. I mean, but I have equipment that will move that up as he trains and he moves up the line. His hit points go. He's not a fast guy, so he's going to go later. So sometimes, if there's nothing really heavy going on by the time he goes, I'll just have him do the bellum and just forget about it for the moment.
Right.
And then take a look at the hammer on the end. Gets used at one time. This uses per battle is something they changed over the course of it. They didn't have those initially.
Okay.
But they took a look at it and they got a lot of feedback and stuff and said, oh, if that guy uses this is way too good. If he's using it every 5 seconds.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So he gets 1 shot per battle, plus 5 dodge, which would give him a 10 dodge, which is pretty good, but minus 10% stress. And he can use it wherever he is.
Okay, so now that's a target of one of my party members, or that's a target of that's one of my parties that I'm doing that
Yes.
to, right?
You can buff whatever target you want, which I believe includes yourself. So if you've got a guy in the back who's getting a little freaked out in the 3 or 4 spot,
Right.
And you don't have anything fancy that you need to do now, maybe you can't hit somebody. Maybe the only guy left is a guy in the 4, or just piles of crap in the way. Maybe you want to hit that. You just give that guy a plus 5 dodge so he doesn't get hit on the next thing, and 10% stress reduction.
Right.
When you get all 7 of them, sometimes it's really hard to pick which ones you want.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things we're gonna go into that screen where they've got these things. I've been, and we'll circle back to this, but I wanted to talk about upgrading the various tents and things in the towns. Which ones you thought you should be upgrading, but
Yeah.
I did upgrade the one that lets me go to the 2nd level of these skills. I just did that because I realized, Jesus, these guys need to be hitting for some more. I mean, their levels are going up, but I mean, they need to be able to
But you have to
guys
expand
more.
your equipment. You have to expand your equipment and your training stuff.
So now the camping thing. What's this? I don't think I've ever camped.
No, you would know it if you had. Camping is what you do when you're on a march or a quest that takes 2 or 3 days.
I haven't done any of those.
And I would stay away from them initially.
I'm getting killed. I got killed in that last one. We'll discuss where I went, but
I would stay away from them initially if you don't have to go into one. Now, sometimes the payoff is really good.
Right.
But what happens here is that when you camp, when you get it, you're going to get a load of firewood. That's going to be something that is part of the thing. When you sign on to that deal, you get a load of firewood. At some point in time during the course of the adventure, you're going to decide, Jesus God, I need to rest these guys before I lose them all real quick or something. Hopefully it's closer to the end than it is to the front, but
Right.
you never can tell. Sometimes it's halfway through, sometimes it's 3/4, sometimes it's 1/4. You sit down and you camp, you burn the firewood, and everybody gets to pick one of these things to do.
Ah, okay.
So in his case, like that, okay.
Can that be? Hold up a second.
Mhm.
Is this camping? How do you trigger this? Is this a skill
You-
in the middle of
you
the
click-
battle,
you-
or
No. It's got to be after battle.
so?
It's in a room that you've cleared.
So it's in a room, but it's not necessarily the last room where
Correct.
when your last room
Yeah,
where you
no,
can
you
either go
want to
back
do
to
it
the
before,
haven
you
or
want
you
to do
can
it before,
continue.
yeah, you've got to have either the room is empty when you go in or you fought a battle and won.
Okay.
And then you click on the firewood. And the
So-
firewood sets up a new screen.
Is camping always of it? Is this something that I've missed where maybe I should have been camping in a room to heal my guys up before I continue to the next room? Is that what you're telling me?
Only if you're doing a 2 or 3 day event.
Only if it's 2 or 3. Okay. All right. And it
If
would
it's
tell
a,
me
if
if
it's
that
a
is.
simple, there's 6 rooms, 7 rooms. You have to
Right.
do 50, 70% of them, fight 100% of the battles, whatever. You're not going to get it done.
Okay, that's why I haven't gotten it.
It's the
Okay.
longer ones.
Yeah, because if I were to go back here and show you, what am I looking for here? I wanted to show you. Oh, where's the? Not that. Here we go. The progress. Yeah. So week 5. Vox, Rainier, Dismiss, and Bozo, they were overwhelmed. I went to the cove for the first time.
Initially, stay out of the cove.
And I went to the cove.
Yeah.
Because I had a couple of dudes who said they were good in the cove. And I tell you, the
Uh-huh.
easiest dungeon in the
no.
cove,
No.
I knew after the first swing, I was in for a
Yeah,
treat.
no, you're toast.
Because they effed me on the first 2 swings.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what?
Well,
Now,
they've got these fish with tridents,
let me hop into
and they
that
can go,
screen.
I think, all the way back to the 3rd or 4th row. Just holy shit.
So here's what I've done so far. Oh, this changes. Every time this changes. Because I'm in level 2 now for the ruins.
Okay, so
I've done
take a-
ruins, and then
All right, yeah.
I did this one. I did the first one on the
The cove.
cove, or tried to.
Okay.
And they absolutely destroyed me, even though it says that this is apprentice and short.
Yeah, each time, yeah, and that's a function of learning the game. The cove didn't initially exist.
Oh, okay.
It was added. The ruins of Warrens and the Weald were the first 3. The cove came along later, just to add something a little bit different. It makes sense within the scenario.
Yeah,
You've
it's
got
all the Cthulhu guys in
you know,
there. It's
you know,
all the,
all
the,
that, you know.
it's all the fish and the
It's
guys with
yeah,
tentacles.
yeah. They're going back to wherever the hell that town is.
And, not Dunmouth. Dunwich.
Yeah,
Dunwich horror.
something over there. At any rate, look now at you got it's flashing, so that's the one that you're on. The state map scout, short apprentice level 1. Okay, goals 90% of rooms. Look at the fire on the left-hand side where it says short apprentice level 1.
Right.
Fire times 0.
Okay.
You're not going to have a overnight stay. Move to the next one.
So, okay, now it says
All right,
X1.
100% of room barrels. Now it's going to have an overnight stay.
Ah,
But your money is going to go up, and the prizes are going to go up. So take a look.
so I've done each one of these 3, and I've done like the first 3 up here, and now it's because I'm on level 2 of the ruins.
Mhm.
So if I have the X1, that's where I would have had the opportunity to do that camping thing. Is
Yes,
that what you're
and
saying?
you're definitely going to have an overnighter. Well, I mean,
so
it would be a very rare, only 6 adventures in, that you
Right.
would get through one without camping.
right.
What
So,
are the?
when I finished the battle? So let's say I was
Mhm.
here and I finished the first set of rooms,
Mhm.
and it says, do you want to go back to the hamlet or do you want to continue?
Mhm.
If I get the continue button, is that basically telling me that that's a second day?
No.
What happens if I press that continue button? So in other words, I finish the battle.
There are going to be situations where you will have the option to keep going or to go back. That is typically when you have completed the goals. So in this particular one, you're looking at this is cleanse, medium apprentice level 1, complete 100% of room battles. There may be 12 rooms, 10 rooms, 8 rooms, and of course corridors and stuff like that.
Right.
When you have completed 100% of the room battles, it's not always the last room in the line. Sometimes you have a left and a right.
Right.
You got to go both directions, or you're going around in a circle or something like that. You may finish before you've gone to every room. A lot of battles, you don't have to go into every room.
Right.
You can't. The option is, if you choose to, you can go back now. You've done what you need to do. You're going to get your rewards. You can go back now. Or if you can see on the map that there may be some things that you want to pick up,
Right.
it's showing that there's something laying in the corridor between this room and the last room. Or maybe you're in terrific strength. Everybody's done great. They're fabulous. Let's go into the last room. Maybe we're getting a battle. In this particular one, that's not going to be the case because you have to complete 100% of the room battles.
Right.
But sometimes you
This
don't.
one here where it's 90.
Yes, 90% of the rooms. So you don't have to go into every room. Go to the third one under Warren's. Okay, that's explore 90% of rooms.
Right.
So
Now, I don't think I've done
if-
any of the ones
if
that are
there's 10
medium. I
rooms,
think all the
if
ones I've
there-
done are so far
yeah,
short.
if there are 10 rooms, you've got to go into 9 of them. And the layout is always different.
Right.
It is always different. Sometimes it's a square, you're going around in a circle. Sometimes it's 3 rooms to the right, 8 rooms to the left.
Now,
Sometimes there may be multiple directions.
obviously, the most I've done is in the ruins, and I
Mm.
have not gone into either of these two yet because it's ruins level 2. And I noticed that this one here says kill
Look
that
at this
necromancer apprentice.
Yes.
I'm assuming
yes.
that is, if I come over here, that's the defeat the necromancer apprentice on that quest of goals, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
Not going to happen after 6.
right. So
Not going to happen after 6.
So what I need to do, if I'm understanding you, is I
But
need
also
to be
see-
doing all these short ones in here, and the
If a
short
short
medium
one
ones.
is offered, do the short one.
Now, I haven't done a weld yet.
I'd stay out of the 100% of room battles. Okay, so you get 3,000 for that. Right now, you don't have a lot of the portraits and the busts and stuff like that. Over time, you'll collect a lot of those. But
Right,
click
'cause
on
I've
the blue
spent them
stone.
all. I've spent them all.
Click on the blue stone
The blue stone.
as a reward.
Oh, can I go over there? Hold on a second. I gotta figure out if I can even go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do I get over there? Oh, left trigger. Okay. Okay, but I'm on the wrong one now. All right. Yeah, see, this is left trigger. Okay, or excuse me,
Yeah.
this is left stick. Is moving me back and forth here. Then I got a left trigger, and then left stick again. So there's a bunch of crap you're doing here.
So plus
Speed of
1
s-
speed.
Yeah.
Plus 1 speed. Later in the game, you will have sold that the moment you get it.
Right.
Now, it could be very handy
Right.
to give to one of your nuns.
Right.
Sometimes it would be something to give to Vax.
Right.
You want her slicing through the whole crew as fast as possible.
Right.
And the sooner she gets to do that, the better off you are.
That had been my strategy.
Particularly
Was
if
I
they
was
start
given
to bleed.
the
Particularly if they start to bleed.
yeah.
Because bleed for 2 or 3 rounds can be a big deal.
Yeah, I was using I have a +1 speed stone as one of my gifts so far, and I had been giving that to my frontline person, thinking that they're going to get a better chance of having the first shot at the front of the line. Even though I had some other people who could probably benefit by speed, I thought moving somebody from like a 7 to an 8 or an 8 to a 9 speed would be more beneficial than guys moving from 3 to 4.
Yes. Yeah, unless it's as a general rule, you want as many guys as you can going as fast as possible in these battles.
So, based on what I've got here, the next adventure I should be this Weld level 0, correct? This short one, Apprentice. Okay, that's going to
Yeah,
be the easiest one.
yeah. Just hold on, just 1 second. I'm looking it up here. I want to get an idea for you of what happens in the Weald. The Ruins of Worms in the Weald. That's what I grew up on.
Okay.
Bouncing back and forth. Each one of them has a little bit different cast of characters that are going to promote some kind of problem, disease, bleeding, what have you, or are going to be more or less susceptible to some type of an attack.
Right.
Give me just a second here. I'm trying to EST. Dark East? No, not Dark East. Darkest Dungeon. How do you kill a bear and how do you kill a miller? Well, I got them on my phone. D-E-O-N. Darkest Dungeon Weald. Darkest Dungeon Weald. Okay. The Weald is the second dungeon that can be explored. Okay, so what does it say here? The only roads to the hamlet pass through these woods, making it an important area to cleanse. So you're actually going through a wooded area. It plays a host to a widespread and unnatural fungal infestation. And the fruits and victims of this spreading corruption are the primary dangers faced when exploring here. In addition, the brigands make their home here with a powerful cannon that protects them from their enemies. You're probably not going to run into the cannon on short level 1.
Right.
Eventually you will, and you have to figure out how to deal with it. But fungus, that is a green sponge if you catch a fungus. So you're going to deal with corruption, fungal infestation, and brigands.
Okay.
So those are guys like you.
Okay, so that sounds
Nothing
like that's
magical about them.
probably the good.
Guy's got a musket. He can shoot everybody, similar to what the your guy in the number 3 slot right now.
Right.
You know, he can hit everybody on the screen, or
the highwayman.
guys. So highwayman, yeah.
Okay, so
you get 3,000. You get 2 portraits.
We'll do the Weald. We'll do the Weald 0. That'll be the place that will go, because I think that's the place I'm not going to die. So let me just quickly show you what I have done here. I didn't do anything there, but okay. So I've upgraded the first level of the bar, first level of gambling, and I had a free one that I spent, so I did the first and second level of the brothel.
Cool.
Which, of course, is where I sent Bortle, and then, of course, he came back with syphilis. Thank you, Bortle.
Yep.
So I'm 22% upgraded there.
Okay.
There's so many places to spend your money in this game. It's like where to spend your money.
Oh, yeah.
But it seems to me that upgrading these areas is really important. Am I right on that?
Yes.
Okay, so.
However.
There's always a however.
The order in which you do them. Right now, you can only put 1 person in each. Mine, of course, have been upgraded as fast as possible. I think that what you're looking at is the treatment ward gets rid of quirks. That's the top one there.
Right. I upgraded that basically because you told me about those quirks I had to get rid of.
Yep. So, and the next one gets diseases.
So that's the one I got to start using now to get those diseases off those guys.
Yeah. Yes. Those are probably more important than other things to do, but obviously you have to have. What you want to get is at least 2 open in everything.
Right.
Because you look at the guys, look at the stress on your top 4 guys. they're about to lose their minds.
Yeah, that's all because I went in that damn
Um,
cove and they just
mhm.
destroyed me, and I had to back out. Now, let
So
me ask you a question
drop.
about backing out,
Sure.
because I'm gonna have some questions about the procedural as you're marching through
Hmm.
the dungeon. Um, was I doing it correctly? You just walk backwards, right, and go through the doors that you came from, right?
Yeah, I
You
could have let you.
so you so when you say you're gonna you get an option to like exit the dungeon, I think.
Yep.
There's a button,
Hmm.
and you press that. Then you just don't magically leave. You got to actually walk back through the dungeon, correct?
No.
Oh, you don't, because I was walking
Oh,
back through all the
well,
doors.
yeah, maybe you do. It's been so long since I did. It takes you out
Well,
of
it's
the
probably been a
battle
long time
you're in.
since you backed up.
Yeah, it takes you out of the battle that you're in.
Right, takes you out of the battle you're in, and then you're
Then
in
you
that
have the
room.
option to leave.
Right, then you press a
You
button.
always have an option to leave.
Right, you can press a button to leave, but then it puts you in a corridor, like a safe corridor. But it's like, okay, I was going, what the fuck do I do here now? And
No.
then I started walking backwards
Yes.
and going
You
back through the
could.
doors.
Yes, you can do that. What I meant by leave is abandon quest.
Well, that's what I did. That is the thing I did. But I mean, it didn't automatically like send me back to the estate. It just had me standing there with, and then I
Yeah.
have the option of choosing which room I wanted to go into. Little blinking boxes, when I go left or right
Yeah.
or up or down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just wondering whether I was doing that right. Which
Well,
brings up, go ahead.
I'll have to think about that because I
Okay.
thought that you can back out of the situation and then you can back out of the dungeon.
Yeah, there might have
You
been another
can't.
key
You
press that I
cannot
missed.
always back out of the situation. You can always back out of the dungeon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to
Um,
take a closer look at that. Make
Sometimes
sure.
you will get in a battle and you want to leave that battle, and it says nope, not yet,
Yeah.
and you have to keep going. So, the Abbey for stress release, big one there too.
Okay, so this one
Um,
I have the first one on each of them. And a question, or excuse me, yeah, the first one on the first two. The Penitence Hall, the improved flagellation facilities.
yep,
That's the only one where it's like I didn't know what the advantage of that is. I didn't think I had anybody who required that.
it's an option. Some people do, some people don't.
So is it best to just
Um,
save the coins here, and do that once I get a guy that like can only go into the Penitence Hall?
you could sometimes you just need to do it because you need to get a third guy fixed,
Right.
and that's the only one left. And
Right, because you can send them
I think
there. You can
dollar
send
and
them
cent
regardless. Okay.
wise, meditation is the cheapest. Prayer to a higher power is the second most expensive. Flagellation is the most expensive, but you also reduce in that order as well.
Right.
Meditation
so
reduces the least. Flagellation reduces the most.
okay, so I probably should be upgrading that one. Um, okay. So what else I got here?
Now the guild, combat skills, and then the armory. This is one that is
And you can
really
see that I
handy
have the
to be
two
able
rows
to
now
do.
because I just unlocked
Yep,
that just before.
yep.
I haven't bought
Handy to
anything.
be able to do. I wouldn't be over zealous about doing it at the moment because you're not going to have a huge amount of money,
Right.
and you want to be able to buy stuff when you go into these adventures.
Yeah, I'm gonna get screwed going in this adventure unless I sell some stuff with only 1,400 because and we'll talk about this, but I'm buying like 14 to 16 torches, and
For a
I'm
little one?
buying like
No, that's way too
16.
much.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For a little one, yeah, I wouldn't have. I probably don't have 14 torches on an overnighter.
Really? Oh, you must be. Okay.
Although it depends. I mean, it depends upon the situation.
So can you tell me this? Because
It's like
I haven't analyzed this. As soon as the dungeon starts, even though this game is not moving, right? There's no action. Just I press a joystick or you press a mouse button.
Mm-hmm.
That timer on that torch is clicking off, right? While I'm sitting here picking my nose.
The timer.
Yeah, the torch. The torch
Um,
I mean, is that forcing me to
yeah,
not
yeah,
stop?
yeah,
Is there a background timer with that torch just clicking
yeah.
down
There
even if I'm picking my
probably
nose?
is, probably is. But you're, yeah, that. I suspect that there is a time issue with that. I can't recall exactly, but I know as you walk down the corridors, over time, it would just, all of a sudden you'll see it drop a notch in
Right. Yeah, I
brightness and
wasn't
stuff like
sure
that.
whether it was based on my movement, my pushing forward, um, or if there was a background timer. Because on the Xbox here, I can press this, and this now is essentially a pause screen. For an
Okay.
Xbox game, when I come up to this menu like here, this should stop the game from running. So
Good idea.
that's
Good
kind of what
idea.
I've been doing is I've been hopping to this
Yeah.
screen, thinking that if that torch thing is running in the background on a timer, this should stop it. Because it's not a multiplayer game where you can't pause the game. It's a single player game, so you can the Xbox pauses it. If I flipped
Okay.
back to the, for instance, I could I could flip back to the desktop here. Now the game is suspended, and I can do stuff here, but I can go back to the game and go right back to where it was. That
Nice.
definitely stops the progress.
Yep.
Nothing
Yep.
will
Yep.
proceed
Yep.
from there. So, um,
So,
the weapons
at any
thing,
rate, in terms of the attack, this is just going to enhance your ability to attack.
right?
The next one, the armor, enhances your ability to defend.
Right.
Obviously.
And you can see here that I've only done weaponsmithing. I haven't done armor smithing or furnace yet because I haven't had enough of those things. Well, I guess furnace I could do here, right?
So
4
this
and
is
4.
where you get the actual elements. The other one is where you train. You train to use this fancy little hack and slash thing, but you don't have it yet.
Right.
You got to be trained in it before you can use it. And each one uses different things.
Right. So I have 4 of the scrolls and I have 4 of the shields. Should I go ahead and buy this furnace here? Or should I hold on?
Yes, it reduces the cost of hero weapon and armor upgrades. Absolutely.
Okay, so let me go ahead.
It's going to cost you less money to do your things.
Okay, so I'll buy that one. Gets me up to 15%. Okay, and I can't buy anything yet. I don't have enough cash at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I haven't really gone in here much. This is obviously the prices are just like, way out of my league at this point. So I haven't done anything here. So let's talk about when you actually get into the dungeon here and you're pushing forward. I got a big question about traps.
Yes.
Does it matter whether I creep forward or just push all the way forward to the point where the this thing is in the middle of the screen that you can examine? Is there an advantage to moving up on it slow? Do guys perceive what's happening, or is it just a total die roll and it doesn't make any difference whether I inch my way across the screen over to that thing or whether I just go whoop quickly over to it?
For the most part with traps, as long as you stay at a reasonable distance, an inch and a half away from it, it's not going to trigger. However, in terms of walking slowly, every once in a while, you'll have a character who will say, listen, wait a minute, I hear something.
Good point. I was going to ask you about that. Are they warning me?
That's going to about be an attack.
They're going to foreshadow me.
Waiting for you. So you can, in some cases, maybe you have a potion or something that you can jack yourself up, because in a step or two, somebody's going to attack you. It may also take the surprise out of it.
Oh boy. Okay, so
It's
I have
not a
been playing
surprise
that
attack
quite right.
you're moving carefully. If you're just meandering down the alley, singing a song and having a grand old time, you don't know the attack is coming, and everybody gets a chance to beat your head in before you do. If you're very careful about it, you may catch on to, wait a minute.
Okay,
and so everybody's a little bit more. Maybe it doesn't come off as a surprise attack.
Right. So here's 2 examples. 1, I'm creeping down the hallway. A guy says, we should hold up a bit. Is that a foreshadow to a trap or something ahead of me?
Not likely a trap, an ambush.
Ambush. Okay. So now, let's say I see or I anticipate there's a trap on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a finite position on the floor where if I move to it, I'm going to trigger the trap, right? If I stop short of the trap and I sit there, are we at a logger jam and nothing's happening until I make that last inch forward? But you're telling me that I got an opportunity to, because you could switch to highlighted. This is what I haven't understood. You can switch which character's highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any difference? Like if I'm moving down the hall and I have my highwayman rogue highlighted, is he any more advantageous because he's highlighted as I'm moving forward, or is his powers just always going to happen regardless?
Go up to Vax. Okay. Look on the right side of the screen, just above the word diseases.
Okay.
Trap.
Okay.
30% ability for trap.
Okay.
To detect a trap. Or I could resist. It says resistances to a trap because sometimes you get a trap, nothing will happen. But
right.
It's really more of my understanding is more of a detection capability.
Yeah, it's her percentage. If it's kind of like D&D, it's her percentage chance of discovering it.
So then take a look at Renault. 20%. Dismas. 60%. Oisel.
Yeah.
10%. So if those were the four guys that you had, you want Dismas in front. Now I check, after a while I didn't bother to do it. If you highlight him, he doesn't have to be the first guy in the line, but he's the one paying attention.
So
and
it does
the
make
one
a
that you
difference
have
if the
picked.
trap dude is the
He's
guy
the one
in the
that
front.
you have picked to try to trigger the trap.
Now, did you say that I have to move him forward in the line, or just have to highlight him?
No, if you highlight him and then move, he's the guy who's paying attention.
There we go.
He's the
Okay,
key guy.
so if I'm moving down the hallway, by default, I should have that guy activated, highlighted, as I move down, because it's going to use his role and not the 30% role of the guy at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to physically change his position in the line to put him in the front.
No.
He's going to do his job from back there. Okay, because I kept getting
The
caught by
reason that
traps.
you don't want to do that is an ambush.
Right.
All of
Right.
a sudden, you moved all of your people around,
Right.
and now an ambush? What the hell?
By the way, remind me, because it's been a long time since I've watched this. I mean, it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago I told you about this game. And I haven't watched a lot of it recently. With the mouse, to move forward, you're just clicking ahead of where you're at, and the guy just moves down the road. Is that how that works with the mouse?
I use left and right. Left and right arrows.
Oh, left and right arrows. Oh, so you're using the keyboard, left and right arrows. Okay, so you're not using the mouse to move. Okay.
Just using that for my movement, right arrows. It's just moving down the hallway.
Okay, so that's
And
essentially what I'm doing with the
I might
joystick.
hold it down, or I might go click, 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 click.
Right.
Wait, I hear something. Click.
Okay, so then I should be aware of what my guys, who's my best trap, and I know it's always the highwayman. And if I have him as the highlighted dude, I'm going to get the 60% roll for detecting that trap, as opposed to having had my head person with a 30% trap roll. I think that's why I'm getting stopped by traps all the time, because I don't have the highwayman
you still get
highlighted.
hit by him. I played the other day and I got hit. A couple
Right.
people got hit.
No,
by
no,
that.
I understand.
I was playing with younger characters.
Right, right. Well, 60% chance to detect it is still a 40% chance to get lost, to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's better, but it's not great. But okay, so that's because there is no instruction manual for this game on the Xbox. On the
That's
PC,
correct. Yes.
on the PC there might be a manual or something, but on the Xbox there is no instruction manual, and so it doesn't tell you, as you're creeping down the hallway that what you maybe should be doing.
Figure it out. Read the internet.
Right.
That's what you're given. Okay, so let's take a look at the characters that you have.
Yeah.
Real
so I
quick,
think I should.
And I'm going to
I think
run
I
to
should.
the bathroom.
I think I
and
should
then
dump
we'll
some
decide
characters
to
and
make
bring
an
in
attack.
Yeah, I should dump some guys and bring in that dude off the coach.
All right, so Vox, you probably want to keep.
Yeah, the first 4 I want to keep, but they obviously can't go on this adventure because
All right, so
they're all screwed.
go down the board then. Nathan.
Level 1, and these Bortle and Mathan are both level 1s. So those are 2 of the longer characters. Bortle is the longest character of those 2 that I've had.
When you use the let's see.
By the way, does there seem to be a lack of people who fight out of position 4?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah, because that seems to be the position that's the hardest one to cover is position 4. Because I had like 3 people who position 4.
I'll tell you who I put in position 4. Bortle, Clinchamps, or Rue, or Bousnois.
Okay.
If you go down to Bousnoy.
Oops, did I go the right way? Yeah, there we go.
Okay. The advantage, these have some healing capabilities, less than the other characters. They have some offensive capabilities, probably more than the other characters with the exception of Bordel. But they give you more return for your investment after a thing. You find more stuff.
Right.
The antiquarian, you find more stuff on your journey. You get more stuff to sell, to use, whatever. That's the advantage of them. I typically don't use them unless I have a really strong group and want to bring them along, but they work in 3 or 4 because they have a little bit of healing. I would not use one of them with another healer, at least like Rue or Clinchamp, but I might use them with Bortle. If you click back on Bortle, see if I've got my people right here now, or if I'm missing somebody. Click on the ale picture there.
That I bought that.
Yeah.
I opened it because I didn't, I had the opportunity to buy another ability, and I bought that, and I realized now this guy really probably shouldn't be the healer, so I bought this, and it's kind of a dumb thing to have done.
Yeah. Well, these guys are really, really handy. If you go back to the first one that he can do, his combat skill. Okay. He can hit either the first person or the second person with a noxious blast. It lasts 3 rounds, does 5 points of damage. So every round for 3 rounds, if the guy gets hit, so they have the ability to defend against it.
Right.
So it doesn't work on everybody. That's 15 points of damage over 3 rounds. Plus, it's a -5 ACC. Accuracy.
Accuracy, right.
And -5 accuracy. So, pretty good chance that it's going to hit. All right, so that's one. Take a look at the next one. This is a group rope. You can bop the last 2 guys in the group.
Right.
You don't do any damage, but you get 3 rounds of 4 points apiece. So if you want to go 2 people, it's only 4 points. If you want to go 1 person, it's 5 points. Very handy guy to have a plague doctor in your group.
Should I have, since I changed this battlefield medicine?
No.
Do you want to see what the original thing was that I swapped out of there?
Yeah, you can show it. It's on the end, right?
Disorienting blast.
I got candy in my mouth.
The clear all corpses.
Okay.
I'm thinking I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't have bought this thing. I shouldn't have spent the points.
This one is disorienting blast. And please bear with my voice.
Right.
While I'm chewing on this thing, I put it in my mouth. Now I got no place to put it.
No problem.
It shuffles one character. The one that you hit is going to move that person someplace else. Likely stun them. And if it moves them forward, any corpses in the way are going to get wiped out.
Right.
Sometimes you got a guy in the 3rd or 4th position and 2 corpses in front of you, and you got nobody can hit him.
Right.
So that's a handy one to have too.
Yeah. So I think I made the mistake here of buying this battlefield medicine. Until I can use more than 4 skills, I don't think I should be using that battlefield medicine on him. I should be using this one.
The items that I used most on this guy are the first 2.
Right.
Now, if you look at the fourth one, the knife, okay, that's a bleed skill. So he can plague and he can bleed.
Right.
Not a lot. Plague is his thing.
Right.
If you're in an area, I gotta take that out of my mouth. If you're in an area where people are immune to plague, he doesn't do you any good.
Right. Yeah.
And
Then
there's
you
some
gotta,
areas.
then you gotta use
There are
the
some
melee.
areas where people, big deal.
Right.
I can do just the same thing to you.
But this,
So
but this one, which I took out of here, would still work because that's not really factored on his plague
oh
thing.
yeah, no, you just click on it. Click on that one. and
No,
then
I
click on
gotta. Yeah.
it. See, there you go. Now it's
Yeah.
up.
So I made a mistake. I shouldn't have bought the battlefield medicine. I probably should have left it on this.
Well, what you can do with this one is just, again, this guy is going to want to be dropping plague bombs all over the place.
Right.
So the knife doesn't really do you any good. His thing is plague. So get rid of the knife and go back to the battlefield medicine. So he at least he can do something. So you just click on the knife and then click on the battlefield medicine. Now you got a couple different things that you can do. You can move guys around at the back end. You can hit the last two guys. You can hit the first two guys.
Right.
So that's really handy. And I would say that for the next battle that we're going to do,
Right.
you want him on the team
Right.
in position number 3.
Right. Okay. So Bortle will be
He does have a disease, bulimic and syphilitic, but you'll get a chance to get more of them. If he dies, he dies.
This has been the way I've been doing this here. Is I've been actually kind of like placing them in order at the top of the sheet here. Okay, so Bortle will play out of.
All right, come
position
down
3.
a couple players to Clinchamps and Rue. Clinchamps. Rue
Hold on a
is
second here.
Cove. Well, we're not going into Cove, so we don't care. You don't take her into a Cove, who cares?
Right.
Backtracker, so read what that says.
Backtracker. Okay. This is where it's kind of awkward to get that stick over there. No stress penalty when
Okay.
walking backwards.
Yeah, sometimes there is when you guys back out of a battle or walking backwards, it can build the stress.
Right.
And then the next one is she go. Okay, balance 15% back.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Is there a second one there? Lurker.
Yeah, lurker.
Lurker. Not a big deal. Torches below 26, she gets 10% damage. So if you were in a situation where you're running out of torches and you had her,
Right.
that's probably plus. But she's not going to do much damage. That's not really why you have her. She
Right.
can do some really great damage. The second item from the front, you have a guy who's standing up holding a light. The one to the left is critical. So when you're looking for things to add, you want to get judgment.
Oops. Which one?
Go back, right? One more.
Judgment.
You want to add judgment
Okay. So I need to unlock that.
because
Okay.
she blasts somebody and heals herself for 3 points.
Okay. And so to get judgment, then I have to go into that skill thing and have to pay for the next.
And you don't have
level
to
there,
do it
right?
today.
No. No.
You
Right.
got
Right.
you got 4 good things there. If you look
Right.
at the one when she's holding up the candle, they're holding up the mace. Okay, torch plus 6, stun.
Yeah. I've been using that one a lot because it's torch plus 6.
She stuns somebody or tries to stun somebody, and the torch goes up. The next two are the keys.
Right. Yep. And then just heal the
4
party.
to 5 on an
Just-
individual or heal the
Yep.
party. Big deal.
Yeah. This is when I realized that I really
Rarely
probably didn't need
go
that
without one
third
of
guy.
these two. I rarely
Yeah.
go without one like that. So let's take a look at her. Let's take a look at Rue.
Okay. And so she's got to play out of either 2 or 3, primarily if she's going to play her best.
Well, I almost always play them out of 4.
Out of 4. Okay. So that's how you make up for that. Okay. So we'll put her after.
There's sometimes because of the nature of the characters, I'm sticking in 3.
right?
You haven't seen the Hound Master yet. Wait till you get a Hound Master.
Actually, let me move these guys up here.
So Clinchamps, what?
Okay.
Click on Clinchamps again. All right, balancing worker. She's got okay stuff 24. Speed is 4. Okay, go back down to Rue.
Oops.
All right, backtrack her natural like cool foot. We don't get 24 for damage 4 to 8. Now, what is the last item in her list of possible skills? It's a fist.
Hand of Light.
Okay. There are going to be characters that you're going to face that are unholy, a whole bunch of different things. And some things will work really well on them, and other things not as well. So if you've got that plus 15% damage versus unholy, and you're playing one of the guys that we're going to play, not going to do anything. But you can crank her damage and her accuracy.
So, just so I know, I'm reading.
It's not a big deal. I almost never use it.
Right.
But it's there. It's something
just so I'm reading this one right.
up.
Okay, so if I use this skill, I got an 85% base chance to hit the guy. If I hit him, I'm lowering his damage by 50%, and I'm increasing the ability for me to crit him by 1%. And I'm doing 15% damage versus unholy.
For a while, you're boosting yourself.
So, yeah. So
a couple turns of special.
Right, and then at the same time, I'm increasing my damage percentage by 25%, and I'm getting 6 points to accuracy.
Interesting that the way you read that, because I've always thought the damage modifier was when you use that particular thing, you have 50% less damage that you're going to deliver on this particular hit.
That's exactly. That is the question that I have. So if we go back and look at somebody who actually has a melee weapon. So she's going to hit with something here. So she hits 90% of the time. The damage modifier is minus 15. The crit is plus 1, and it's armor piercing. So and the damage is 4 to 8. The base stat is 4 to 8. So you're saying that modifier is to my attacker, that minus 15 damage is to my attacker, me, and not being applied
I think it decreases your base by 15%.
So I'm not going to be doing 4 to 8. I'm going to be doing
attack.
15% less than 4 to 8.
Right.
Okay.
So it's probably more likely to be 3 to 7.
Right.
3 to
Okay.
6.
So then go back down to one of these guys. If I read this, 85% chance to hit. I'm going to do 50% less damage than I would normally do, so I'm going to do 4 instead of 4. I'm going to do 0 to 4 instead of 4 to 8. I'm going to increase my chance to crit by 1. If it's undead, if it's unholy, I'm going to do 15% more damage.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's really minus 35% damage instead of minus 50, but only against unholies. But what does the self thing mean? Plus 25% damage.
That means for you, you are now going to boost yourself, and for a round or two, you will have plus 25% damage and plus 6 accuracy. That's for her. Not on this Not on this particular
On the next turn.
one, but in the next two, I think.
That's a buff.
Maybe three. Yeah, it's a buff. Yeah.
So there'll be little mark, because one of the things is trying to figure out what all little markers mean.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, then I'm going to have a buff to damage my next time. So then if I did this again the next round, and that plus 25% damage plus 6% accuracy is in effect, my next time I hit with this thing, if that's still in effect, I'm going to be 91% to hit and minus 25% damage.
Well, you would likely use the thing where she's standing there holding a.
Right. But I'm just saying if I did those back to back.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm suspecting that it's for 1 to 2 turns.
Right. Yeah, they don't really state it.
I don't know how long the buff lasts.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I just want to make sure I was reading those correctly, and part of it I was not.
We're in the 26th minute of England versus Denmark. No score.
Is it the World Cup already?
No. It's European Championship.
Ah, okay.
It's the semifinals. Winner plays Italy.
Gotcha.
So we're not going to be using Vax, Renault, Dismas, or Boisel this time. You have Nathan.
Right. So we've got at the top of our list here, we got the two that we've picked so far, Bortle and Clichamps.
Okay.
So that's the rest of my list. I'm thinking maybe we drop Parthenai and bring in that other dude that you showed me that's like a fighter.
Yes. Yeah, dump him.
Okay, let me
That's
figure
easy. You
out
just
how
run
I
over
dump
to
a
the
guy
little.
here. Well, it's easy with a mouse. I gotta see what I gotta do here. How do I get rid of him? I can move him. How do I get rid of him?
To get rid of him, you've got his screen up. Go to where his name is at the top of the screen.
Oh, right. That's right. I remember seeing that.
There's a little box with a X and a kind of
Just
ready guy. You click on that and you dismiss him.
Okay, so we're going to get rid of him. Okay. Yes.
Suffer not the lame.
So then you want to go to the stage coach and you want to get the big root.
So we want to get the man at arms, right?
Yeah. The occultist is the other really good healer.
The raw strength of youth may be spent.
Okay, should I grab that occultist and drop somebody else out of this pile of garbage that I got?
Well, let's see what the what's he got. Click on him. Take a look at what he can do. The knife, okay. So now here's one that does damage versus Eldritch. Okay. We just saw somebody who does damage versus something else.
Right, holy.
Here he can heal.
That's a serious heal.
One person, but they're susceptible to bleed.
Right.
1 point around for 3 rounds. That's the individual. He has the highest healing capability for a given individual.
Okay.
Whereas the nuns, or whatever they call them,
right,
they have the ability to heal an individual a lesser amount or to heal the whole party to a lesser degree. He's also got the skeleton over there. Okay, that's a hex, and it marks the target. There are some characters like your Arbalist who do double, triple damage against marked targets.
Right, right.
So if he were to hex somebody, and he can do it from anywhere on the board, if he were to hex somebody,
right,
they lose 15% dodge in their 15 dodge, which is in most cases the guy can't move.
Right.
And the target is marked. So that's the kind of a thing that if you're out in a group where you've got people who do bonus damage against marked targets, maybe this is a guy you want to take with you. And that particular item you want to have with the second one, the one immediately to the right of the knife, is one I used all the time, and I would recommend that you want that. Okay, Abyssal Artillery. Believe it or not, Cthulhu's arms come down and sweep across the back two guys,
I'll
or
bet they
something
do.
like that.
I'll bet they do.
It's cool. They just sweep across the arms of the two guys, and it's if they're eldritch, he does an additional 15% damage.
Nice. Okay, so that's one I should be looking at. And then what's
That's
this
definitely
here?
one you want to play with. This is a good one because it will get the grab. It will get the back guy and pull him forward. Back guy or third guy, pull him two forward.
Yeah, and clears all the corpses too.
Clears stuff out, moves people out of the way. If you have a guy in the number 2 spot
Right.
who's really been a pain in the ass, you may jam him into the number 1 spot where everybody can hit him. It's all
Right.
kinds of different things that you can do with that kind of stuff.
Let's find somebody to dump and bring this dude into the list. So at least we got him here. So who on this list should I dump?
Let's see. Click just for the hell of it. Click on Rue again. This one looking like okay. Cold Phobe is the only thing that she's got. She's the one that you want to keep.
Okay.
Want her on your next adventure.
Okay.
So substitute her for the other gal.
Okay, so we're gonna take her. Oops. Ah. Nope, 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 nope. Come on, come on. It's the trickiest part of the game is making sure you press enough buttons here. Okay, so we're gonna take her and
She's good. Now take a look at Clinchamps.
okay,
No, let's see what Clinchamps has got here.
I'm gonna change her name
All right,
here because I got the
Mercurial and
space
Thorn
in here.
Rotator.
Hold on a second here. I just noticed that I don't have a space in here. Okay.
Balanced and Lurker's nice. Well, Torn Rotator and Mercurial are not the best things in the world. And she has hysterical blindness.
Oh yeah, circle.
As much as I hate to get rid of one of these gals,
Yeah.
dump her
Okay.
and bring on the other guy.
Okay.
Slumped shoulders. wild
So the
eyes.
two people that you will use the most for healing are
This one's no more
occultists
good to us.
and then the nuns.
Right.
To fight the abyss.
Okay, so now what we want to do is
must
bring
know
that
it.
fighter guy. Where is he? At the top. So he wants to be number 1, right? Montfort.
Yep. Yep.
And then Bortle, then Rue, and then who are we going to take for number 4?
All right, drop down to guys that you still have. I can see who else is there.
Okay, so if we can't use Vax, can't use those 4. They're all screwed up. She's a level 1. She fights out of 3 positions. She's not diseased. Might be the only person I got that ain't diseased. And is somewhat responsible for my destruction last time because I looked at that stuff about cove scroungers and decided to go into the cove.
Go back up to the top again of your character.
And Bortle's just about 2nd level. He's going to go to 2nd level pretty soon.
Go back to the stagecoach. Click on dial. What does Mrs. the Spot do for him? Is it a 5% reduction in accuracy? Minus 2% for crit. I'm just trying to put together a group here that I think would be a good group
Oh, he's tough. He's 10% plus 10% hit points.
for you.
So
Yeah.
he's thinking about starting a new highwayman? I got guys I can
Yeah.
dump.
No.
I got
Well,
guys I
what
can
I
dump.
would do is come on over and we're gonna have you drop somebody.
Okay.
I know that you've worked with some guys. You want to keep them going, and we don't want to destroy all that right off
Well,
the
I
bat.
haven't used. I brought him in. I have not used him. I haven't
Bruce.
used Benaji.
Yeah,
I
get rid of him.
haven't used
Blangy.
him at all.
I've never played with one of those guys.
Okay.
I've had them, but I've never played with them. Some of the characters that you have, some of the holier characters that you have, I think, won't be in a group with them. They refuse.
Oh, I'm in the stagecoach, so I can't do that there.
So drop Blangy,
I keep pressing the wrong
open
button.
up a hole.
Okay. Dismiss him.
Those without the stomach for this place
And
must
then
move
pick
on.
up Dial.
Okay. And where do we want to stick him? You said you
All
want
right,
to do
so-
Rue at 4, so him at 3?
Well, we're gonna play
Or him
a
at
little
2.
bit differently. But go back to your group and go all the way to the bottom
Elusive,
of the list of
evasive,
characters.
persistent. Righteous
We
traits
want
for a
Bruce
rogue.
as the number 2 guy. Or Bruce. Second guy in line.
Yeah, they let me get into that thing, but then if that screen is up, I have to actually be out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
that's
gonna
fine.
take him, and he's going to be 2 in
He will
line?
be the second guy in line.
Okay.
So then, just trying to think here now. Put Bordell third and Rue fourth. And that's the way that we will go out with them. Now,
Okay.
if you can bring up the list of toys that you were playing with.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm just going to, for my own thing here, I'm just going to
Oh, that's right. You highlight them. Yeah, that's cool.
give this guy a name here.
Monfique.
He is P.
Irving Monfique.
3. Oh, no. He's 1 and 2. I'm sorry. He's 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, what did you like me to do?
All right, and then go to your treasure chest, your Y, so I can see what you have.
Yeah. Oh, that's another question on treasure chest. I am taking everything off of everybody every single time and
Yeah, absolutely.
redoing it. Is that the way to do it?
Put it back in the treasure chest.
Yeah. Okay. So the easiest way to do that is to go right trigger, bring this up, and then bring the treasure chest up, and now I can play with the dudes.
Okay, so you have 2 of the stars amulets. Click on one so I can see what it is. Okay, 20% applies to dodge. Last 20% stun resistance. All right, and the bracelet. 10% melee skill.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking that maybe that's just a cell.
And then there you have, I think, 2 more.
This one we can't use.
Those for the arbalist, and that one, okay, that's 5 protection. Speed.
And then I got. Oh, actually, hold on. I haven't unequipped everything. Hold on. Let me unequip because there
You
is.
still got more stuff? Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous. I hope
Yep.
that you unequipped guys that you dropped. Didn't drop.
Oh boy, I hope
had
not.
to
I
have
don't think.
one.
Yeah, I don't think I
Oh,
did.
God, I
Oh,
forgot.
that would.
That's why I got in the habit of doing it. Because all of a
Yeah.
sudden you want to get rid of somebody because somebody really cool showed up in the.
Yeah, I think this one was in the one of the one of the health facilities. So that's the +1 speed.
Okay. All right, so slide over to the character list.
Well, I
And
I can cycle through it right here.
Oh, okay. What we want to see is Monfique.
Okay.
Speed 3, dodge 5, and then Bruos,
There we go.
speed 5, dodge 5. And Bordell? His weak grip on life is causing the reduction in the maximum hit points, damage, and modifiers. But for the moment, we'll deal with it. 5 dodge, 7 speed. So far he's going first. And then Rue? No dodge, 4 speed. So she's got 4. He's got, Bordell has 7. Is that right? Just click on each one going back up.
So there's Montague or
3. Don't care about that. Next guy 5. Okay. 7. And then 4. Do we want to bump her up so that she can heal if she needs to? What is the blue stone?
+1 speed.
+1 speed. And what is the third one from the right? So it looks like a piece of stone also.
Another one that I thought maybe sell. And to be quite honest with you, since you said that you don't use the arbalist that often, maybe sell that also.
Yeah, what I would do is give her, for the moment, give her the blue stone. I'm going to move her just a little bit faster.
Okay.
Then we take a look at what's left here. Click on the star, the amulet. Stun resistance and -2 dodge. The bracelet again?
Yeah, the last 2 times I went out, I actually decided not to take that that amulet because I didn't want to lose that dodge.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And then just one other thing you can look at if you want to move. What is the stone again? Yeah, that one. Sell them all.
Okay, so just sell all this stuff.
Sell them all.
Okay.
There's nothing there that's critical for anybody.
Oops. Hold X, just a quick tab. Here we go. Really sell where?
Just yes. Don't say always unless it's some real piece of junk where you say anytime I get it, just sell it.
Right.
I never did that. I always look at them to see what's good. What we need to do is build your gold supply up.
Yeah, this will definitely get me some gold, so we won't.
And you'll be in a position, and you keep her with that stone, so she moves a little bit faster. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. So Bordell should be up to level 2 when we finish.
Yep.
And then maybe he'll get a break and get some healing of some kind. So
yeah, and then hopefully
let's get ready.
Hopefully for the next, after a successful adventure here, my second level dude should be ready to come back into the group.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
All right. So let's get ready to embark. Nobody has anything that we're going to wear except for the one, so we want to reset the people here.
Right. Okay, so this guy goes
Off
first.
phase 1. Brios.
Goes 2.
Bordell is 3.
3.
So what you've got here is 2 really good fighters. A guy who can drop plague on people who are susceptible to plague.
Right.
And then a healer.
Right.
And what we want is the wheel number 1. So you get another blue stone.
Yep.
You get 2 more things, and you get 3,000. And anything else that you might get in there. And you have to complete 100% of room battles. There's no overnighter.
Right.
So go to provision, and then I'll tell you what, once we get in there, how I think about how to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, you must know what short, long, medium, and how many torches for each of those. I just don't have a clue right now. I've been taking a lot because I didn't want to run out of torches.
Yeah. I always take at least 1 shovel.
Right.
I take 4 food.
Only 4 food. Wow. Okay.
For the
I've
moment.
been taking a lot of food.
we take it for, well, you get shit for it when you. It's 75 now. It's 5 later.
Yeah.
If you take it back with you, you get nothing for it.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah. It
we
it
are
is a
in
balance. This whole game is about balance, like the
we are
pluses and
in
minuses.
the wheel, and these guys have knives and stuff. So you want to take 6 bandages.
Okay, because they're going to be bleed. The bandages stop bleeding, right?
Take 4 bandages for the moment. All right, now click on the green one. That is to prevent what? Blights, poisons, and toxins. Blights, poisons, and toxins. Take 3 more of that.
Okay.
All right, so what do we got here? Number the bowl with that. Okay. You can use those to clean items and to do combat draws. Take 4 of those.
Okay.
And then if you look at the numbers, the one on the very end, the white bottle, that can increase resistances. And we're not going to run into evil and purity stuff here. I don't think so.
Okay.
The bottle underneath with the on the bottom here.
Doctor
Have
McGonagall's laudanum.
Have you run into anything where you got horrored?
Yes. In that
So
last dungeon, definitely.
Okay. Then take 4 of those. Again, you're at the early stages of the case. I don't remember exactly how this plays out. Okay. So now, food. Double up on the food. We'll get that up to 8. And then torches. Take 8 torches.
Wow, you're going to show me how this game is played, my friend.
Okay.
So now you got a lot more treasure space, because I was usually kind of running out of, not always, but sometimes run out of treasure and have to dump shit to grab treasure.
Just for the hell of it, take a 9th torch. That'll put you at 2100 something. Okay, 2140. Okay. All right, so hit embark. Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these growths. Let us burn it out, this evil. Okay.
So I've only got one direction to go, and the way this works on the Xbox thing is that flashing room there.
Yep.
I have to push up, down, left, or right on the right joystick. And it's actually a place where you can make a mistake. You got to really think about it, because if you push the wrong way, there's no coming back from it.
Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do before you do anything is take a look at highlight each character and see what their ability is to find traps or to detect stuff.
Okay, we'll start with this dude back here.
20%? Yeah, she won't be. It'd be very rare that she would be on a high.
40
for
10.
him,
So the second guy.
Okay, so highlight him, and he will, in theory, even though he's in the second position, be the one who's going to lead you. Gives you
this
the best
is
opportunity.
This is good to know. I was not doing this. I kind of thought maybe that's the way it worked, because I realized that it let me choose different guys as I walked down this line, but not change the order.
Yeah, I started doing that too. You're moving people around, and you move your 4th person in the front row, and it's an ambush.
Right.
And you're totally screwed, because your number 3 guy can't hit from there. It just all kinds of crap.
Right. So now, if I'm in the dungeon, like I am here, are there certain things that I can actually do? I mean, because sometimes these are highlighted and sometimes they're not, depending on whether you can
they're
use them or
highlighted
not.
if you can use them.
Okay.
So that it recognizes the situation and highlights it if it's something that you could use.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So the next step here is for me to press the joystick and say we want to go up to that room there that's pulsing.
And there are 6 things that are going to happen. He's probably talking to you now again, I imagine. So there are 6 rooms, and you have to get 100% of the room battles.
Okay.
My guess is that either the top right room does not have a room battle, or the bottom, the
Right.
room
One of them's going to be the
does not
exit.
have a
Yeah.
room battle. I'm guessing that one of them does not. So you don't necessarily have to go to that bottom one in the center. You can go
Right.
up. You can experiment. We'll try. We'll see how we're doing when we get to that third box across the face. So go ahead and start moving slowly.
Oh.
Okay, here's the first little thing. All right, so now look at what you've got the ability to do.
So I can collect bounty, 85%, and I mark them. Mark for death, ranged. Uppercut.
So there you do an
Finish.
uppercut and you can stun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
90%
knock
to hit
back
on that.
one of them too. So if you hit the first guy, for instance, if you hit that first guy with that one, you knock him back. The other two guys would move up, so that little,
Right.
the spider would be in the number 2 spot. What is the fourth option?
Stun him.
See, he has the ability then to stun and unstun. So I would take a look at, say, the first.
Oh, okay, I see. Stun him with this one. Wind him up with this one as the second attack.
Yeah,
He's
and
still
it's
stunned.
sometimes you get multiple guys who can do stuff.
Right.
This guy has the ability to stun. This guy has the ability to whack somebody who's stunned.
Right.
For more damage.
Right.
But these are not high level characters.
Right. These are just like flies on your face for your character.
So I would just maybe go back to the first option, and I would maybe just hit the first or second character in the line.
Yeah, I can hit the first. The first two. I always like to hit that. I always like to hit that middle guy if I can, because sometimes he gets kind of left out.
Yeah. Okay, that happens.
Okay, so now this is our per se healer, right?
Yes.
So.
And she can't do anything.
Right.
Which is unfortunate because it will probably give her some more frustration.
Right. Is there a pass? There is a pass. See, I didn't realize that there's a pass.
The X
pass turn.
And she gets stress.
Oh.
It's just the way it works.
So
just the way it works. But we know that the 7, the 5 to 5.
Well, is there any, instead of taking stress and passing the turn?
Yeah, you could just throw heal out.
Can I just throw heal and just waste it, right?
Yeah, you could just throw a party heal out.
Yeah, just waste it.
The wounds of war.
Then she doesn't take the stress.
Yeah, right. That's actually a very good idea, no stress. Okay, now, this guy can hit either one of the front 2 people, or he can hit the spider in the back.
Right.
Or he can do the third option, which was
the disorienting blast,
which shuffles and stuns. But I think what you want to do is the reason that we brought him along is to get people screwed up.
Right.
So I would either pick the first one, or the first choice, or the second choice. Maybe the first.
Let's give the noxious blast and see if we can blight him.
Take a look at each of the characters that you're fighting against and look at how many hit points they have.
Right. Yeah, my guess is that third guy's got the most hit points in this group here. Now, in this, I haven't figured out a way to look at them until I attack them.
Okay.
In your version of the game with a mouse, can you go over there and click on those dudes and see what their levels are?
I believe so, yes.
Well, let me just try something here.
And it'll show me. It'll show. Yes, I can. It will also show me if they have been affected by something like bleeding or something like that. It will show me.
See, I can go through the characters, but I haven't figured out a way to go through the monsters. The only time I can see the monsters is if I'm actually physically attacking them. So that's either a keystroke I'm missing on the controller here, or they've changed it up. So, see now, as soon as I get here, now I can see what they are. Now I can back out of that. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been faking the attack.
And also, if they have something that they're being affected by, such as a bleed or hopefully what he's going to do, poison or something like that, it'll also show you how many rounds are left.
Right. So I'm going to go my strategy would hit the center dude.
Okay, he resisted the ability. So my feeling on this game is when you have take out the first guy you can take out.
Right. Right.
And so if somebody's
Yeah.
injured,
Don't spread the
try and get him
damage.
out as fast as you can. You
Yep.
don't want to spread stuff around because then everybody's attacking you when you
Right.
have your
You,
chance.
you
So,
you don't want that extra guy that can hit you. You want to really whack on him.
okay, 2 misses. So we'll see how they do.
All right,
Dodge is good. He could be nibbled on. He's got some hit points. So he resisted anything bad. Hang on. Good.
There we go.
All right. So it was a horse apiece.
Yep. Okay, so do the bounty collect again?
Yeah, that's reasonable. That one or the, you know.
There
you
we go.
Perfect.
That's
Perfect. Executed with impunity.
That's like the
And now you have somebody who you can heal.
right.
Actually, two
Right.
people.
So we can do a party.
So a party
heal
heal will help both characters.
here. There we go.
Perfect. Only 2 this time, but that takes care of the one.
Yeah. Good dodge. There we go. And
Now you can get the guy in the back because he's in row 2 now.
yeah, so I can either
He's in
do
spot 2 now, so you could whack him with that noxious blast.
okay. All right, not good. Oh, he resisted it.
But he got debuffed.
Right, right. Okay. Give this a try. The bellows to slow those guys down, or just not worry about it.
At this particular point, I don't know that you've already got one guy debuffed over
Yeah.
there. I would just whack on somebody.
There we
Oh yeah!
go. There we go.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
And let's throw another noxious blast in there. Whack the
Oh, and a crit. Beautiful. He did resist, but he's blighted.
There we
And
go.
now you should be able to take him out. Hopefully.
There we go. That's a
Yes,
good hit.
all right.
That's a good hit.
Okay.
All right.
25. That's a little bit. All right. Pays a little bit of what you had. So what I do then
Okay.
is I clear that and I go back to the path.
Okay.
You can check how hot your flame is just by going up to it. Okay,
We're at
so
94.
you have dodge, scouting, and monster surprise.
When do you?
Okay.
What's your like drop dead? Hey, I got to light another torch level.
It depends upon factors. You will start to see that change in terms of what you can do.
Right.
Your surprise, you go away. I try not to get it under 50%.
Okay.
Some of your guys will freak out if it's under 50%, or some
Right.
under 25%. But I think for the most part, that's it. I try to make sure that I have one torch for every room and a couple for along the way.
Right. Yeah, I was taking far more torches, and I was always making sure I did a torch when I opened the door.
Yes, I try to do that too.
Okay, so now we're going to
If
keep
I'm
the second
down,
guy
I mean, if I'm at
highlighted.
98% when I open the door, well, I probably don't need it.
Right.
But if it's low, it gives you more of a surprise on them and less of
Correct.
a surprise that they can throw on you.
Okay. And so my bounty hunter is still highlighted, so he's good. So we
Yep,
can creep on
yep.
forward.
Yep.
Looking for traps.
Keep your eyeballs open for things laying on the ground, because that's where the traps will come in. I didn't realize that. Where next? Ooh, good one.
Now, is there an advantage to having a different person open? I'm going to assume now that you've told me that whichever guy I highlight here, that's the guy who's going to go and open that bag?
That's correct, unless they have some desire to grab it, in which case they'll
Right.
simply say, "Hey, that's mine."
Of
Boom,
which a
gone,
couple
it's
of
gone.
guys I had did that. They would rush out ahead and
then
grab
it's
it.
gone, and you never see it again. No, it doesn't
Okay.
make any difference. Not in a bag. In some cases, books, certain things, I look for people who would be less affected by a negative,
Right.
or for people who have a good positive against something like that.
Gotcha.
So basically, just whomever's, just grab it.
Okay.
A handful.
Oh,
1,000
yeah.
gold. All right, there we
All
go.
right. Damn straight.
We'll take that.
I think you can probably hold about 1,500 gold in one box.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's about.
That's about 1,500 gold. So, okay, so we're
Okay.
70. Okay,
So we're at 70.
Aggressive down monster crits, still got good things.
And monsters are still surprised even at this light level, so we're good there. Okay, now there's a dude on the ground here.
That's right. Now, this is the kind of thing where you can do something about it if you want. You can touch it. Now, you have some stuff along with you that would handle disease. So is there anything there that says anything about disease? Blights, poisons, or toxins?
Yeah. So that's my
Could
anti-venom.
be. Or try the bowl. Take a look at that. And so this, in theory, could be used against the potential. So you have two things you use. Sometimes use it does not do a damn good thing.
Right.
You can use that or the other one if you want to touch it. You don't have to touch it. You can go past it. Maybe something there. Maybe not be something there. Maybe a disease there. You never know.
All right.
It's not going to. Won't jump out and bite. You can walk right over the top of it.
Okay. Ancient
Well
remains.
preserved.
Body looks
Yeah.
well preserved. Okay, so now I haven't quite figured out the Y one yet. It's not highlighted, so you can't do it. When does that come into play?
That's where you take one of those items and stick it there. You take the toxin.
Okay, so now I
Take it
come
and
here.
you stick it there.
That's what you're talking about.
And
Now they're all
so
highlighted here. So
you're
now
trying to prevent something from
Right.
happening.
right. So I'm going.
Sometimes
Oh,
it
that's
works,
a
sometimes
that's
it doesn't work.
that's a skeleton. He's probably got some blight or a poison or something. So I'd put a potion in there, and then I would investigate.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
But we're gonna rough it. We're just gonna investigate it.
Oh!
Look at that. There we go.
Wow!
They knew I needed money. They knew I needed money this
Boom!
round.
Oh, 1750 it'll take. Wow. I didn't know. Originally they only took about 1500, so they must have upped the amount of stuff that can go in one container. Fantastic.
Yep. Okay, so let's see what our torch is at here. Torch is at 58.
We want to light a new torch, and you can do that just by clicking on the torch itself.
Right. So now we're up to 83, going into there. And in we go.
Let's see what happens. Room number 1.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, these
Right off the
guys
top.
will cause bleed. And see.
Yep,
Okay.
started it
And
off already.
The ones at the back will cause stress. Oh, so they're all going first. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
at this.
they surprised me, huh?
I think you probably want to drop a bomb on both of those two in the back.
Okay, so we're going to do
That would be
the
the second item.
plague grenade on the guys in the back, okay?
They're taking hits. They each have 13, so if you could almost wipe them out on 3 turns.
Yeah.
A devastating blow.
Okay, good. They're blighted.
One got a crit.
Excellent. Okay,
Now-
and I'm down some points, so I can heal up, right?
That's right. There's 2 people that need healing. Okay, cool. That
All
helps.
right. All right, my
All
big
right,
dude.
now
we got to figure out what
Now-
to do here. Now is that the time to do this one,
might
the bellow?
wanna throw this puppy out there and see how much freaking you can do to them.
Yeah. Okay, so this goes at the whole party.
Yeah, because remember, they went first. All of them went first, and they'll lose 5. Anybody who gets hits can lose 5 speed.
Right.
Oh, they all got debuffed. Oh,
There we go.
beautiful.
There we go.
Beautiful. Now, do we have anything here that would take out or affect more than one person? I know. First of all, he's bleeding.
Bandage.
So what you
right?
want to do is you want to go to a bandage.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of them, but one at this point I think can't hurt.
Right.
Okay, you could also take off the debuff.
And that would be done with
One of these things,
That.
is it this one here?
the medicinal
Yes.
herbs.
So you could use one, and this is how you learn. You go through it.
Right.
So you use one of those, and the debuff is gone. Particularly
Okay.
when you want to make sure you don't have any negatives. So
Right.
one bounty, okay. The second one, that doesn't really help you. Stun, not back. Third one, nobody's stunned. I think the one with the best attack is the first one.
Yeah.
So I would go after one of the first two guys.
Okay. Let's go with the head dude. Let's just see what their hit points are. Yeah, these the two guys in the front are the strongest. There we go. We'll take
Nice.
6.
Nice.
Okay. Plague Doctor's up. Now,
believe it or not, you could hit them again with the same thing, or you
Okay.
could try to target the guy in the front with the single blast. So
okay. Do
he's
the
already
noxious
damaged.
blast.
Yeah, he's already damaged. Now you
Okay.
could do more damage, plus have him get 5 points damage on the next round.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes what happens is beautiful.
Okay. Blighted
Sometimes
and
what
debuffed.
happens
Good.
is when you're trying to double up on certain things like blight and stuff like that, sometimes the first one works, the second one doesn't.
Right.
So you have to be careful how you play that. So on this guy, you could probably just whack the first guy if you want.
Okay. Let's take him out. Oh, he survived.
Fantastic. Yeah, he's not going to last because he'll die on his next turn.
Right. Right. Because he's. Yep. You're right.
Okay, so now this guy, can he hit anybody in the back?
Yeah. Mark for death.
Yeah, but that's he loses damage on that.
No.
Okay, so finish it.
Okay.
You could hit the third person in line, the first of that one. He could hit that person. Nice.
There we go. Okay, and then our healer, back to healing everybody again.
And there's 2 people who need at least 1 point, so fabulous.
Combat is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Okay, we'll stress.
You probably get another 20, 19, 20s. He's getting hurt. She's going out on her next, so it hits him again too. Wow.
Ooh,
But
and
maybe
healer.
with him, it may be with him that
This is how a life is
after
taken.
this game you're going to toss him.
Right.
But you had a chance to try him and see what's going on. All right,
Right.
so what I would look at here is I would either hit the first guy in line with a noxious blast, or I would take a look and see, highlight the 3 characters that you're fighting against and see who's got what in hit points.
So 15.
She's got 2. She's
2,
gone on the next
and
turn.
8.
She has 8. I would try and hit her
Okay.
and take her out. If you can do significant damage to her, she'll go out on her own. The other gal's going out on her own anyway.
Okay, so either disorienting blast or plague grenade.
I would use the plague grenade
Plague grenade.
because you're going to do damage with it anyway.
Right.
Oh, fabulous!
There we
Her
go.
turn was next. You
There we
did
go.
just enough damage that it caused it. Oh, fantastic!
Okay.
Fantastic. Now our lead guy needs help, so just do him by himself. Perfect.
There we go.
That's beautiful. Now don't worry about her. Worry about the first guy.
Okay. Ah, miss.
He's got hit points damage. 29.
Trying to take
I
out the
wouldn't
second
worry-
one?
I wouldn't
Or-
worry about his hit points for the moment. I would no. The second one's going out on her next turn because
Oh,
she's
right,
going
right.
to take damage. So just whack on the first guy. I was kind of hoping you'd get a good blast on him with the other fella.
Great is the weapon that cuts.
All right, so all of you.
Yeah,
are going
see, that's
first.
where knowing that those guys are going to go down is you don't waste a turn.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's critical. because sometimes you don't have many chances.
Right.
And if they're going to take themselves out, don't waste it.
Okay, so noxious blast
Yep.
against him here.
Yep. Good. That should hold. Fabulous.
And whack at him. Boom. He's
Fabulous. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
all right.
Now
Got some-
look
we
at
got
what
some
you
loot.
got there with those gems. So 250 gold
250
each.
each.
Perfect. Okay, so take everything. What I do typically is I will move the bus and the other stuff to the very back end of that line.
Yeah, I have no idea if you can even do that. Can I move it? Yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah, just move it there, move the other one next to it, and then put the citrine right next to that. So you've got 2,775 in cash. You've got 2 of these at 250 each. So that's another 500 cash, and you got a few more things that you can play with. So
Right.
excellent. What to do now is
Okay, we got a
dump
guy
that.
bleeding.
Decide he is, but he's not going to bleed much for very long, and you can heal
Okay.
him.
Okay.
That's why sometimes it doesn't pay to waste the bandages on somebody who's
Right.
not going to be hurt that badly by it.
Right.
When you wind up with a guy with only 5 hit points left, and you don't have a bandage.
Right.
So I would just say let's highlight the next box, and then there's only 2 squares to that.
Okay.
Okay, this is why you have a shovel.
Right.
If you don't have a shovel, you probably should have had to take 2 or 3 shovels. But, if you don't have a shovel, everybody takes damage. So you can just meander right up to it, and you just drop the shovel in the Y slot.
Oh, I actually did it automatically. Put it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Fabulous. So you saved yourself a little
Right.
trouble. Take a look at
Otherwise, you have to dig through that yourself, right? And it's
yes,
damage.
Everybody takes damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody takes damage. 3 or 4 points of damage, 2 points of damage, something like that.
Down to 41 on that torch.
Okay, so you want a new torch.
Takes us up to 60.
And you've got 4 more rooms to go in. How many more torches do you have? 7.
7. Risk this one at 60.
Burn 1 more torch.
Okay.
All right. Because a couple of these tracks that you go on are very short. 2 boxes.
Right.
All right. Great. This is a long stretch here. This is 8 boxes.
Okay.
Now we take a look at the guy in the front, the man-at-arms.
Okay.
Just take a look and see what is his situation in terms of how long he has to bleed yet.
Okay. Now, where do I figure that out?
I think that you should be able to pass on his character. Just you don't have to click on him. I think you should be able
Well, it's a little different with the controller. Oops.
if you can look up at the actual base of his. Okay,
that's what I can do. That's what I can do.
Damage. Okay.
I can hold the left trigger, which brings up the torch menu and also highlights that guy.
Yeah. It's very likely that you're going to be attacked somewhere in this row. So be sure that you don't worry about him and his 1. He's got 21. He's going to have 20 hit points yet. Go back to the number 2 guy and begin a slow process of moving forward. You have good torchlight. There we go. All right. Not anymore. He doesn't need a bandage anymore. He's good. Well, this is going to be a long stretch here. See the box highlighted? When you get more talented people, you may be able to see exactly what's in the entire row.
Oh, okay. So
And
they
you
get
see,
they
there's
get
a
more
couple of
perceptive.
things. There's a couple of things. Yes, right. Then you should
Okay.
be able to go after the box. Shouldn't be. You might get a scratch from it. Oh, good. 2 more of those. Fabulous.
Okay.
I think you probably should be able to go 4. I don't think you're allowed to take too many of those in one box.
Right.
So sometimes
Yeah, they've got it.
it takes,
They're really skimpy as to how many things you can stick in there. You got to
check your
really
torch light.
67.
7. Okay, keep going. So be on row 3, now heading to row 4. Okay, some bugglers. Bugglers. It's buglery. They were surprised even with
There
that
we go.
crappy torch listing.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
kidding. So we want to do the plague grenade or the
Yeah, I would use a noxious blast on one
noxious
of the
blast?
first 2 guys because it does it over the time. It does more damage. They've only
Gotcha.
got 6,
Right.
so it's 2. You're going to do 5. He resisted it. All right. Okay. You can
Okay.
heal your front guy, individual heal. Yeah, just heal him. Perfect. Nice
Okay.
4 there. That'll help. And just
Do we want to do the bellows or do we want to just go and start whacking them?
well, they're really not going to evade you very much. Speed. They were surprised by you. I would just try and whack on him.
And he missed. Yeah. I'm not gonna pay him after this thing. Okay, just a straight up hit here.
Yeah, just to take the first guy you can out. Perfect. Nice. They'll move up. Those things don't really leave course. Don't leave corpses.
Right. Ooh, wow.
Oh,
7
crit.
crit.
Damn.
Ooh wee. And
Stunned.
stunned.
Okay, so
That was a big hit. That was a big hit.
if you want, you could try the 4th item if it gets people in the first 2 and may hope for it. Oh, he's not stunned. Never mind. I'd just use the first one.
Yeah.
Pick one and whack him. Good. Then the big guy should be able. She can help.
So I do
I would worry
individual.
about.
Do an
I would worry
individual
about
on
the plague doctor.
do
he
the
has
individual
far
on the
fewer-
plague doctor.
Yeah, he has far fewer hit points. Okay, so she resisted the stun.
Okay, now
And,
this is where I always wonder about the big guy wasting his swing on the
No,
first guy.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Take out any guy you have a chance to take out.
Okay.
Because of the number of times that I've been confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Right, right.
Stun.
Resolve is tested.
But,
He's
if you-
vigorous.
but this can happen, Vigorous. That is fabulous. Look at what he did. Look at what that did to the stress levels.
Knocked
That one is
down by
fabulous.
more than 50%.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That
Noxious
happens.
blast.
Sometimes they, yes. Sometimes they will just turn and run.
Right. Oh, he resisted. Wow. There we go.
Perfect.
Back
To the pit. Oh, and a few coins they had stuck somewhere.
Yeah. I sucked up a couple of coins on the ground.
Excellent. Okay, so you have two more squares before you get into the next room. So, what is your fire or torchlight at?
49.
49.
So plus is distress. Hero surprised. Yeah. Oop, did I lose you?
I'm here.
Oh,
I just got a text from Mary. I'm just responding to the text.
That's right.
Yes, I would. For the moment, I would just move ahead and see if you can get there. You just had an attack, and there usually aren't double or triple attacks on these rows, even though it's a long row. A little stress might come into play. And once you get to the door, then you light it up. Now you're going to have 4 more rooms, of which my guess is you probably only need to go into 3, but the question is which 3?
Right.
You know that this one and the next one in the line is good, but which up or down is? We don't know. So
I got 5 torches. I got 5 torches left.
So light up a torch.
And a lit up torch that gave me 56.
Okay, you still surprise and do some stuff. There's a little stress involved yet, but I would say go ahead and try it.
Try one more torch.
No, hold on to that torch.
Okay.
Maybe be lucky and there won't. No, there's guys in here. Okay, these guys. Have you run into them yet?
No.
Okay. Oh shoot. They will engulf you, and it's crazy. Get the two at the back with the lobbed plague grenade.
Okay.
Ah.
Ooh, they resisted. Those dirty dogs.
All right, this is going to be a tough one. Take a look at the two things in the front row at the very beginning of it. 8
and 8.
I would get take one out if you can take one out.
Okay. So that's probably my best attack against them at this point.
Yes,
Is going to be
yeah.
this one.
That's right, yeah. All right,
Okay.
good. And then have him go after the first guy too. See what he did? Because of his thing, he healed himself for 4 points.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. All right. Their fortification is broken. Maintain the offensive.
There we go.
You don't have any attacks that you can use, so do a group heal. Only one. But one is one.
Okay, and just come back at that second gelatinous guy.
Now he has the. What does the skin his scream do?
Oh, hold on a second here. -5 dodge, -5 speed, +5 to crit.
Bellow at him.
Okay.
He doesn't do that much damage compared to some of the guys.
Right. Jeez, those guys are tough
and-
resistors.
Well, one of them would. Now hit the two in the back again.
Okay, one blighted.
All right, she's
There we
debuffed
go.
and blighted.
And
Might as well do a collective one again. Everybody's heard. Get something more than one notice today. Yeah, there you
there
go.
we go.
All right,
That's
cool.
put everybody full.
Now get that second guy in line.
Ah, that guy's been missing a lot. To talk to him. Ooh, there's some stress.
Now she's gonna try and push him back,
Ah,
and he resisted. Excellent. Cytokinesis. He's gonna try. He's gonna bring the other guy back to life.
yeah, that just vibrated my controller. That was a big hit. Get him back. Does he come back with the same number of hit points?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, hit the guy in the front. Yeah, no, he gets the same stuff that he had when he started. Yeah, that's a cytokinesis that they can do. But take out the guy number 1.
There we go.
Oh, perfect.
That
You
was a
couldn't
big
have done
hit.
that any
Yeah,
better.
that was needed. That was definitely needed.
All right. Land on person number 3. Oh, you can't do that with that. She keeps
Disorienting
resisting.
blast. Shuffle him around.
She keeps resisting. Yes, yeah. Aim for the gal in the that's not resistant yet. If you can't, yeah, pick that one, yeah. See if we can't push her forward.
There we go.
Yes, stun
There we go.
besides.
There we go.
Hit her with a mallet.
Nice.
Oh, that was perfect because it was her turn too. I would just hit everybody here with a group rope.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wow, she's been rolling that really well. A little stress. Ooh, 22 stress. Yikes. All right, that was. Resolve is tested. My controller's
There,
vibrating.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, take the gal in the front out.
Okay.
Or try to.
There we go.
Press the advantage. Give them no quarter. Go after the Saito thing. Nice. Now, Plague Doctor solo shot. See, the problem I've got right now is, unfortunately, she has nothing she can use to drop on people other than healing.
Right.
Um,
Which I'm not complaining about. They haven't been
Yes,
attacking
yeah,
her,
yeah, yeah,
which is
yeah,
good.
yeah,
They
yeah.
haven't been swinging at her.
take a look at the gal in the back of how much damage is she going to take?
Three. One's got 2 points and 3 points.
Hit the Saito guy if you can with the
Yep.
number 1.
1 point.
Darn it,
The
she
there
went
we go.
out.
Unforgiving.
Yeah, shoot.
Unforgiving.
He just, when you get paranoid. Oh, good.
There we go. Got paranoid and started whacking.
Okay,
We like
now
that.
there's a treasure chest, and unfortunately, I didn't tell you to get a key.
And driven into the
You got
mud.
some nice stuff here, so take all of that stuff.
Oh, we didn't get a key. Yeah.
Didn't think to get a key.
Ornaments.
All right, so
Lovely ordered. Lovingly admired.
probably going to wind up dropping him anyway if he's too crazy. I would just have him open the chest. See, click on the chest, don't open it, and see if it allows you to do something. There you go. Chest with family sigil. I don't think anything here would really help other than scratch or something you could put a band-aid. I just have him investigate.
Okay.
Okay, and what's his bleed going to be?
Let me figure out how to do that again. There we go. He's paranoid. But now it's not showing me the bleed. I think this is where the PC version kind of
Okay, all right.
rules out here. He's bleeding,
Okay,
but it's not going to show me.
if you take a look at what is coming up, you've got to go down because there's a battle,
Yeah.
and there's a battle before the battle.
Oh, there is.
So, what I would do is I would put a bandage on him.
Okay. And there's nothing I
And-
can do about that paranoid thing, right?
No, for his sake, no. It's just the way it is. For his sake, give him a boost. I think the bowl of stuff will give him a boost.
It's not highlighted.
Okay, how about the green stuff? The green bottle.
Nope, not highlighted either. Oh, I
Okay.
probably have to move on to the next room before
Yeah,
that's gonna
okay,
work.
so move on, but get prepared.
So I want to go down now, right?
Yes, down. Yep.
Okay, now I
Now
think
you
I can
should
use
be able
this.
to do a couple of things here.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, it's still not letting me do the bottles here. Why is that?
Maybe the paranoia. Go up to your torch. Hit it twice. Okay. And then you're about to get into a battle, so step ahead. Hopefully it won't be too butt ugly. Alright, that's workable. One of everything. Yeah, you may have to dump these first 2 characters.
Yeah, well, these guys are brand new. I mean, they're level 0, so
Yeah. Use the Plague Doctor. Give him a solo blast.
okay. And 15, 13, 8. Whack on that first guy. Hope for a good hit.
Okay. Has somebody gone yet?
No.
Bellow at him. Okay, the first two got hit with it. All right.
Okay, that's automatic. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
That dude's
right.
just
Yeah,
swinging.
yeah. No, I got you. Go after the third gal.
Deploy grenade.
Yeah, you can use that one.
Ah, needed a hit there. Needed a hit.
This is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, they amped it up here a little bit on us.
Okay, I would. What's the first guy got?
He's got the crush.
He is like 15 or something, right?
Bellow. Oh, you hit points?
I hit the first guy in line. He's got the most hit points, I think.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Hit him, too.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Burn it. Beautiful. Beautiful. This guy, the skeleton isn't going to do as much damage. You want to...
Pull him forward. Shuffle him.
Yeah, pull him forward. Pull him forward. On the gal. Yes. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
And stunned.
That's worked twice. That's worked twice, and it's worked twice. Both times they were going to go next.
Yeah.
Okay, so our guy in the front row, he needs help, so solo on him. Perfect.
Okay. Ooh, there's a big hit.
Whack on her.
There we go.
Oh,
Crit 14. Woo! Needed that.
Beautiful,
Needed that.
Beautiful. Nicely done.
Yeah,
now take this guy out.
That was needed. Oh, there another hit. Oh, they're pissed. They're pissed.
Beautiful. All right, so
Seize this momentum.
take what you got
Push
there.
on to the task's end.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. What I would do is move the green stones next to the tourmalines or citron or whatever, and then bring your gold up on top, down alongside the two 1750s.
There we go.
Okay, let me see the map again. Okay, we are coming down. All right, there are going to be two things laying on the ground.
Okay.
Don't know what they are yet, but might as well go ahead and see what we got.
Okay.
Okay, a chest, all right. Now this is going to be a casket. So if you click on it, well, actually it has a lock on it.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Kaboom! Kaboom!
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, so now this
Light charm.
is the point I was wondering if we might come to. Take that. I think you can get 3 of those. Take the money, take that, take the
Okay, so take that. Take the money.
take the cash. Take the green stone. Okay, it'll let you have 3. Take the 2 and see if the double up or if it's going to... Oh, it will
Yep,
double
there we
up
go.
perfect. Then this is yours for the taking, and it allows you to read part of the story.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I've read all of it already, but I would just take that too.
Okay.
And,
So if you had
something that you
those,
can drop
if you had
later.
those, and there was something more valuable, that one you could leave behind.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Mighty. Oh, it even lets you do it now. So.
Oh yeah. Yep. He struggled too.
Yeah. So you can keep them or you can toss them. It really doesn't
Take 'em.
make any.
Maybe there's a sell value on it.
Okay, so 2 guys are up. 1 guy is hurting a little bit. Okay, go down one more and see what the next one is. Oh, it's a bag. Ooh, that's always a good thing. We got to get these guys through this because they're bringing home a lot of money for you.
Yeah.
So even if 2 of them get dropped,
If only
oh,
Cuthbert
nice.
could
There we go.
staunch the flow
A few more coins, that gives you,
Some
a good
bandages.
amount of coins, some more stuff.
Okay,
All
and
right,
that takes us
now
up to
we
the
know
door.
this is going to be. We know this is going to be a battle.
Right.
So go ahead and go into it. Where are you on the light?
We need the
Burn
torch.
2 more, and you got
Okay.
1 left. Right?
I believe that is correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So have him eat 2 food.
Okay, so here and go down to the food. Where is the food? There it is. Do I want to have the front guy eat too? It looks like he's down 1 click.
No, because he's got so many hit points. This guy I'm more worried about because of his paranoia.
Okay, and then another food?
No, this right there at 6.
Okay,
If she can help out. All she can do right now is heal.
right.
So we'll let her. But we don't want to have her have to focus on him if she can get the whole group.
Right.
So I would say hit it in, because in theory this could be the last battle, or there's just 1 more. Okay, stuff you've never seen before. All right. He's going to cause bleed. Oh, he caused bleeds, but he missed. These guys are all likely to be resistant to blight.
Really? That's gonna suck.
So let's take a look at the dog first. Drop your noxious blast on the dog. See if that makes a difference.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, that tall dude's got 19 hit points, and the one on the back's got 14. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight here.
Well struck.
Okay, good. So this guy, you want to take.
Bellow?
I'm trying to think about Bell. Yeah, that might be one of the few things that you can do that really will potentially hurt these guys. We'll see.
Okay.
Certainly it changes up who goes when. 2 resists. 1 that resisted is already damaged. Hit the dog.
Ah!
All right.
Party heal?
Yeah. Pretty heal. That's a little bit. It helps.
One's better than nothing.
Okay,
Yes.
so he's doing a
There we
mark.
go, dodge.
That's good. That's terrific.
Oh boy, marked. Now he's paranoid and marked.
That's great. Now he's gonna. Oh, fabulous.
Ooh, that was good.
But the dog's going after him too. Oh, he's going after her. Hang on. Oh, great.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right. Take a look at the dog and how much damage is going to be done on the next turn by that plague stuff. He has 3. And how much damage?
5 to 9 plus whatever percentage.
No. That wasn't what I meant. He's blighted. He's going to have 1 more blight hit, and that was the number 1 blight hit. So go back to your. Oh, you can't do that. I wouldn't worry about the dog for the moment. I would go after the big thing. It's the number 2 guy.
Okay.
Just try and smack him. And I would do this with this one. Now he's got something on him. So what you want to do here now is go to your kit of stuff, and we want to get. He's been
Medicinal
debuffed,
herbs.
so that's the one. Yeah, eliminate the debuff. There's nothing, I believe, that can eliminate the mark. So you just go after the big thing again. Cross your fingers.
Ah! Needed a hit there.
All right, on the back here now, as much as I hate to do it, See if you can drop the back to drop a plague grenade on the back two guys. It may not take effect, but it is potentially going to do some damage. Oh, blighted them both!
There we go.
Perfect. I didn't think they would be able to blight. You need to heal the second guy, our number 2 guy. Solo shot.
Oops.
Oh, he's refusing it, huh?
Yeah, I pressed the button.
Sometimes they'll do that. Just do a group heal. Sometimes when they're freaked out, they just won't take.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even highlight him.
Compassion is a rarity.
So you give everybody something. And go with it.
Right. I didn't know they could refuse it. That's okay. That's interesting.
Now they're going to
crit.
blight you.
Cannot be left unanswered.
Yikes. Oh, this is going to be a tough-ass battle to the end here. Thank God that one guy is vigorous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now try and drop a solo shot on the first guy.
Damn it.
But he was debuffed.
Right.
Now for her, pull the plague off of her. We have, I think, five bottles of green stuff to remove the toxin stuff. Okay, good.
Okay.
And now try him again and see if he'll let you do a heal on him.
That time he
Oh,
took it.
wow!
There we go. There we go. There we go. That was big. A crit heal.
All right, so
That was
I just
big.
pound the first guy.
There we go.
Good.
Take that. And
I'd go after the first guy too. Very likely he's not. This guy isn't going to make
that
it.
guy's missed 3 times in a row now. There we go. Resisted. We're gonna be batshit crazy, but
Yeah, the first 2 guys aren't likely to be able to handle it. The guy in the front, we got to get through this battle because the guy in the front row is
still vigorous here.
He's losing it. You got to take the first guy again.
Oh, I was hoping for a kill there. He's still got a couple of points. Plague Doctor on him.
Drop the plague, the singleton on him because it will do some damage anyway. Oh, he's gone next turn. Excellent.
There we go.
Excellent,
there
excellent.
we go.
Heal.
All right, she can do a party heal. There we go.
Okay, you want to take the poison off of him too.
Okay.
We got an extra one along the road, so that's a good thing. And take this second guy, the first of the goofy creatures, or the third guy if you can reach him. Yeah, that one. Take that one out.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Now he hits.
Yes.
That's important.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that next guy is going to be cooking.
Yeah, going to have to unblight him again probably. That guy's gone. The other
There we
guy's
go.
going to be gone too. So any healing that can be done at this. Oh no, he's off of his. I just hit the second guy.
Should I go ahead and use the blight thing on this guy? Or?
Yes. Yeah. He doesn't need any more stress.
Okay. And whack away. There we go.
Good. All right. Good.
This expedition at
Some more
Tough
coins.
battle for not much coin.
It is. Yeah. Well, you've had a really good take at this point. Okay.
So
So
that was it. That was it. Okay.
this is the situation that you come to. You can stay in here. You can do more.
If you don't
can
do
go
more,
home.
you don't get the 100%, right? Because
No,
wasn't this
it's
do
complete.
100%?
This is complete. No, it's 100% of battles.
Oh,
And
100% of battles. Ah,
once
okay.
that one showed up, it was a battle. I knew that the back one wasn't going to be a battle
Gotcha.
because they're not going to have you at this level fight every room at the end of battle. It's not going to work that way. My suggestion here is to retreat,
Okay.
go to the hamlet. You've done
Okay.
what you needed to do. You collect all of your money. You'll get all of your stuff. You've got a lot of good stuff here to play with.
Right.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be
You
fought.
did a pretty good job here in the treasury department. Now look at that, 7,000. Now you spent probably about 3,000 to get 7,000.
Right.
You got some more heirlooms that will help
Right.
you when you want to boost stuff. You got a couple of quest rewards, and so that's going to be a good deal.
Should be good.
Collect the treasure so that there's another 3,000 from the quest itself.
Oh, be good stuff. Be good stuff here. Do not be bad shit.
Well, he's probably going to the dumpster anyway.
Yeah, the paranoid dude. Yeah. Here we go. Ah, it's all bad.
Quick
Jesus.
reflexes. Quick reflexes is good.
Yeah, but that guy's paranoid.
Well, we'll take a look at it. We have to decide now that we have some money how we're going to repair guys.
Right.
You know, who can be repaired, who needs to be repaired. All stress relief activities are more effective.
All stress relief activities more effective. There we go. That'll work. A ray of sunlight.
Okay.
We'll take that.
So you now
Definitely
have
take that.
12,145, and you started with maybe 5?
Oh no, like 3.
3? Okay, so
3 until I sold that
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, Renault, stress. Okay, good. So, what we need to do now is take a look at the characters that you have and
Ooh,
decide.
look at this. Advance to
the-
mastery. Play Doctor level
somebody-
2.
Just started reading.
Yeah, it looks a little gray over here. No rain though. Okay, so now we just got a whole bunch of stressed out dudes. It's amazing that Montague or Montefique or whatever the hell his name is. At one point in time, he was over 50% stressed, and
Yes,
he
yes,
worked
he
his way
was.
back.
But he has the ability because of this thing that he has. He was healing himself at times.
Right.
He would just before his turn, he would heal himself for 4, and he would lose some stress because he had two more blocks on there. That's a
Right.
guy that you want to keep if at all possible,
Yeah.
but it's going to take some time to heal him.
Right. Right. Yeah, he's the only man at arms I think that I've had. So
Yes, he is. Okay, so you've got some really good guys that you want to play with.
So let's see what happened with my guys that I put. Oh, that's right. I couldn't put any of those guys in the yeah, Demas, and I couldn't put him in there. I couldn't put Vax or Demas in there because I didn't have enough money.
Okay, Vax is important. So take her and let's see, does she have anything that she's got to do? What is hieromania or lygophobia? Religious
So-
visions and delusions, okay.
So that's really not all that bad.
That's less of an issue.
That's not good. Minus 10% of tortures above 75. That you'd like to get rid of, huh?
So let's put her in. Well, actually, we should look at everybody first before we put somebody where
Right.
we don't really want to put them. Take a look at Dismas.
Boy, the guy is just.
Necromania.
Oops, hold on a second here. Okay, so we got claustrophobia, fear of enclosed spaces, known cheat. Not allowed to gamble, so he can't be healed in the gambling parlor. Fascinated with corpses and paramania. Paranormal
That's
mania.
less of an issue. He's got some really good stuff on the other side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about him for the moment. So, Bysel.
Oh yeah, look at that, minus 20% stress.
Bysel! Bysel,
Okay.
what are you doing over
Yeah.
here, Bysel? Fear beasts.
Yeah, this guy's only been in one campaign.
All right,
One
so Fear of Beasts, what does that cost him? Okay, and the second thing that he's got? Okay, the question is how badly we need him.
Yeah, I think he could. I think
run
he
it
could probably
back up.
wait.
Take Dismas, and let's put Dismas in and cure his disease.
Okay, so we got a cure disease in a sanitarium.
That's, I think, in the sanitarium. That would be the medical ward. Stick him in the first box in the medical ward. The next one down.
Okay.
That one, and see what it will charge you for that. Is scurvy. So that you don't want that. So let's get rid of the scurvy. How much are they going to charge you?
They weren't showing me a price. They weren't giving me another button to press here.
You have to click on scurvy, probably.
Oh yeah, okay, that's they
Oh,
should.
650.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
not bad.
Good.
Oh, that's not bad.
Do it. Yeah, do it. Absolutely.
We'll have to take another
Okay,
week
so-
to, put him in a sanitarium later, but
Let's then take a look at who else has a treatment we might want to cure. Vax, we looked at, and I didn't think that was so bad. Renault, what does he have? What does God-fearing do?
it means he's got to pray.
Okay, all right. So that's
So he's like the nuns.
yeah.
where
I
they gotta-
wouldn't worry about that. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that for the moment. Vox is already someplace. Dismas is being taken care of. Vox, we want her cured. So let's go into the bar. And take a look here and see. Okay, the gambling hall is out. What does she have? Does she have any reluctance to do anything, to go anywhere?
Um, no. I think she can be healed anywhere.
Okay. Have her sit at the bar and have a drink. It costs 1,000, so that's not cheap, but
Right.
make it a double and keep them coming.
Right. Exactly.
I love it. Okay. For the moment, for convenience sake, go up to the very top of your list of people.
Right.
And where it says full, just to the right of full, there is a shield.
Right. You want me to sort it differently?
They sort them by number, zeros on top.
Okay, I gotta figure this out.
Or actually, sort them with
Actually,
the people.
I gotta take. I gotta go out of the tavern here, and then I think I can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
use the second one, not the shield, the one with the insanity level activity. Or what's the second one? Not
Stress level.
Next. Stress level, yeah. Go ahead and sort them by stress. Okay, so Dismas was advised. She's Dismas is already someone poison. Come on down here a little bit further and go to Dial. Oh, right.
Actually, we got some more at the top here, but
These guys weren't sorting this the right way.
so we definitely want to do something with How do you pronounce that guy's name? Montficu? I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Monfique? Probably
Monfia?
Monfique.
Monfia, okay.
In French, Mon, they wouldn't pronounce the N or the T. Mon.
Yeah, I think I'll be renaming him the Dude.
Let's take a look at him. See what he needs. All right, he just needs a stress reliever. So let's take him to the. Let's take him over to the. See, to the Abbey and see what's possible here. All kinds of possibility. He has a lot. Try the flagellation and see what that's going to cost you.
1,500.
He's got so much. Go ahead and do it. Put you just under 9,000. But let's take a look at him. Oh,
So he
clear
can
the,
only, he
clear
can
the
only
item
pray.
he's carrying too. Clear the item that he's carrying. Put it back in the chest.
I don't think I can do that from this screen. Can I do that from this screen? Let me see here. Oh yeah, maybe I can. No, I can just look at it from here. I got to go back.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go to that screen where you outfit. That's the only place I found where you can
Okay.
clear them. Yeah,
There
there's
were two
just
people who
there's just
had
not enough
things.
buttons on a controller to figure it all out.
All right, so he's God-fearing, nervous. Yeah, no, you got to get rid of that. Do we have anybody in there getting rid of a?
Yeah. We've got Demas. Dismas. Oops, hold on a second here.
Him,
Oh no. We don't have a guy clearing a cork. We got a guy clearing a disease. So the cork thing is available.
put him in there and see what they will let you look at.
Okay, which guy was that again we were looking at?
Bruce,
Bruce.
the guy with the flashing. Click on him and see. Nervous, yeah. Let's have clear. That'll be cheap on him.
1350.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, so where else can we put people?
We haven't put anybody in the Abbey for
Yeah,
stress relief.
all right.
Oh, we got one guy in the Abbey.
Yeah. Try Oisel at Peace Through Meditation and see what they're going to ask for that.
$1,000.
It's Oisel. Yeah, go ahead with the thumb. All right, you have 6645. Now you need to clear out of all these screens and go to the screen where you can take all of the trinkets that you have and put them back in the chest. So you have one trinket there, and you've got at least one more of those. Yes. Oh, nice. I've never seen that before. Far out.
That's a controller thing because it just they got to do things differently because it's such a different metaphor with a mouse. Some things are impossible to do with the controller, but that one's actually it's a long press versus a short press.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what do we got with the shrunken head?
So 20% blight resist, but -2 dodge. With the good comes the bad.
He picked that up because you didn't have it.
Right. He picked it up and he pocketed it because he equipped it.
Sell it.
Okay.
Because I thought I saw somebody had that, as a treasure, and it didn't come out that way.
Yeah. So let's see. Here we go.
The 2 blue stones will keep for the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so you have about 7,400. All right, now what we'll do is let's go over to the stagecoach and see if there's anybody that we might want. Oh, a Seeker Leper. I've used those guys twice. Or a Leper. I've used them a bunch of times. Matter of fact, when I won the game, I had a Leper I was playing with. He does have phobes, but again, this is a guy who hits the first 2 people in the front. He can hit one, or he can hit both of them in the front. That melee there is nice.
Right.
Soft and wheel fold. Thick-blooded. Take a look at what thick-blooded is. Light resistance and damage of hit points below 50%. He's a nice guy to have along like Montefique. So the question would be, if you want him, and he would fit in the number 1 slot. So while you're waiting for Vox to work out, or the Montefique, you could put him as number 1. Who would you dump for him?
Hold on a second here.
He'll work in the number 2 box too. But the number 1 is really where I always had him. Those are 2 characters that you do.
Who would we dump?
A Leper.
Well, we've got is
dump for him. I would dump the Antiquarian.
Yeah, but we just healed him, didn't we?
No, the Antiquarian, Bouze Noir.
Oh, okay.
That one. Because this is a guy you like to play with. Sometimes he misses. You want to try and keep the quirks off of him as much as possible, but he can be very powerful.
Okay.
And he does, later on, he has his own heal. And you're going to see so many of these characters that,
hell yeah.
A level 1 person, for the most part, isn't going to be that big of a deal.
Right.
What I do is I'll make a recommendation to you. We actually did this in reverse order. The first thing you do when you get off, before you start healing people,
right,
go to the stagecoach and see, is there somebody there that I could replace one of the people that's I'm going to have to pay $1,250 to heal?
Right.
Okay, because that'll be a guy you can use on your next mission.
Right.
You could probably use Rue. Actually, we have another guy that you didn't use at the very bottom. I think there's a guy that you haven't used yet.
Yeah, the other dude, the new dude we brought
in.
Yeah,
Linvey. Use him as your healer on your next mission. And use the other guy at the next. Again, I think he's a 3/4. If I use him by himself, I typically have them in I think that's the case, Steve. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, actually, it's a 2/3.
2/3 is his specialty. I often have him in 4. You mark it as a 2/3. That's fine. But the first thing I would do is go in there. Sometimes you got a guy that you want, and you could go heal him, and you discover you got a guy just as good.
Right.
Who's not got 16 things wrong with him.
Right.
Waiting for you. The next thing that you'd want to do then is take a look at upgrading. various things. Where can you benefit from an upgrade?
Yeah, so like the stagecoach is important
You've
to
got a
upgrade,
few
right?
bucks. You have a few things that you got maybe, and I would look at all of them first before you decide to do anything. And you have no shield, so anything that requires a shield, you're short.
So
So
experience
stagecoach
recruit provides a
requires
higher
shields.
level recruit. I don't think I can. Is that unlocked? Can I unlock that yet? Not sure if I can unlock that. No, I can't. So we've got the first level of the stagecoach network and the hero barracks.
Yeah, and that's as far as you're going to get right now. You need a lot of shields.
We've got
You need shields for this. Can't go any further
yeah.
than you are here either. But it's these next few places where you're not going to have shields as much. This is a little bit less on the shield department.
Yeah.
I think that's going to go out.
Nothing there. Yeah, I didn't get any shields
Still
in
more
this
shields.
last adventure.
I think it's the next two things where you're not going to need shields. Oh, no, forget it. You need a shitload of shields. So, you can't do anything until you get just a crap load of shields. So I would be take a look at when you have options of battles to run. All things being equal, would you rather have, that's a nice one, by the way.
The Bounty Hunter Talon?
Yes. +6 crit, +10 accuracy. Does eat twice as much food, so you have to take a little bit more food along, but that is a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't really upgrade anything, so what I would do at this point is just go to Embark and look what's coming up.
Okay, well, what about, there is one thing possibly, right? If we wanted to talk about skills.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true.
So
do we want to upgrade skills for
I'm
somebody?
only level 1 here, but I think blacksmith. Why didn't I thought I opened this up here. Upgrade combat skills. I thought it was the second level. Oh, is that by guy?
It's by person.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that guy's
It's by character, yeah. So,
okay,
if you have characters that you can look at here that you really like,
right?
In many cases, it's
probably too
it's
early,
900 to open something up and 2.25 to go from 1 to 2.
So Bortle's my second level guy. I got Bortle and Dismiss. Those two guys are second level. So those are guys I'd like to try and keep going. So if I were going to upgrade, I'd probably upgrade on those two dudes.
What you want to upgrade is the top 2.
Yeah, the plague grenades.
More powerful, those power. And then, again, I don't often use the wound care thing, or I use the knife on it, but you also have an addition that you could use on wounds.
Right. Yeah.
So sometimes what I'll do is I've got, you're looking at, it costs $900 to upgrade 4 items, which is the most that you can have in there. And I might come back and do 2 characters and upgrade them 900. Or I might take the 900 and open something else up. Is there something else that he doesn't have that's really critical? And on him, the top 2 are the really biggest ones.
Right. So you think spending the 225 and the 225 here are probably the...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
And then if you take a look at what he gets...
I got an achievement. Upgraded a combat skill.
For the moment, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I would go on to another character.
Yeah, so my other second level guy is Dismiss. Or no. Where is he? Sometimes you can't maneuver this menu over here when you're in a screen, which is really kind of unfortunate. Okay, Dismiss is what I want, and I want the combat skills. Why is it leaping past? Oh, because he's in.
Oh,
It's leaping
he's
past
yeah,
because he's
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
do it when
He's
he's in a thing.
anybody who's being treated, you can't get
Yeah.
at him.
Okay. Yeah. It's going. Why can't I? It's going and jumping right past him. Duh.
So
Okay.
just start at the very top of your list. Go all the way to the top character, and let's run down them one at a time.
Okay. So we got Borchert, brand new guy. Litvig,
The
brand new
only
guy. Bortle.
Wordell, we did through those.
The other two guys are being healed. Rue.
Now,
She's
there's
halfway.
one where you want to bump up her healing, the 2 healing skills, the 2 green ones.
Okay.
Move those up 1 more level each.
So that one and that one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then as you're thinking about moving forward, go to the second one from the top. Second one from the top that has a heal. You do bang judgment. You can hit a solo person and you get 3 hit points to heal. And the next one that is in the line, dazzling light, that's also a good one.
Okay.
It provides a stun and a torch, but I don't know that you should spend 1,800. You know, if you're going to do one, I do one or the other now.
Yeah. Well, how about doing the judgment? Get the
Doing
judgment done.
Okay, yeah. And it probably may let you jump at another one besides.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
does.
I would just jump that. Take the 225. Okay. So you've done a
Okay.
bunch of stuff. You're further ahead in money than you were before.
Right.
And you could look at 1 or 2 more guys. I wouldn't go much below that. You know, if you have somebody that you can bump up 500 or 900 to
Right.
get all 4, somebody that you really like,
Right.
take that. Be at about something. But I hate to go too far under 5,000 because it just makes it so hard to stock yourself.
Right. Right.
When you're trying to do that. So.
Gotcha.
All right. Hopefully some of that's
All
of help.
Cool. Well, absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate the
And we'll do that. We can do this
training
again
course.
too.
Yeah.
We
Well,
can
I'll get my guys into a quandary and I'll beat the hell and then call you up and help me fix them.
But again, take a look. You can go in and look at the next bunches of battles. That doesn't you can back out of it. You don't have to.
Yeah,
pick one.
let's end with that. So let's look at what would happen if we embarked. We don't have a team set up, but let's see tell me where I should be going.
All right, so what you got here, all right. That's a medium apprentice level 1. I would stay away from that for the moment.
Okay.
The orange one that you see, that's for 3rd level people and up.
So this one here.
But
come on,
the
going
orange
around.
one
There
in
we
the ruins.
go. That one.
That's for now. You can do it with less than that, but it's tough. So
Right.
come down to the Warrens, the next one down. Now I guess that the little cross checkerboard is probably short. But when you see a checkerboard, it's going to be short, and when you see body, it's going to be medium. You know, a little army.
Right.
I shouldn't say checkerboard. It's actually stuff. So
Right.
if you look at the one to the side of it, that one, okay, 90% of rooms. Basically, we know that's explore 90% of the rooms.
Right.
You don't have to fight battles, so you might have to do more rooms than we just did.
Right.
But there may be more battles.
Right.
And you get a little treasure there, and you get some more busts. So come to the Weald. You've been in the Weald. You know a little bit about that now. Explore 90% of rooms too. So
those
you
are
got
probably
two
the next
explore
two to
90%
do
of
to
rooms.
try and scout some more money and not kill some guys.
Yeah. You know, those are like the next 2 again that you want to do. And just decide. I would go online and just look at what kinds of things are you likely to run into in the ruins, the Warrens, and the Weald.
Right.
In the Weald, in the ruins, it's definitely going to be bleeding.
Okay.
The Warrens, I'm guessing you're going to be fighting more beasts, probably with dysentery.
Right.
Probably give you more diseases.
Right.
And the Wield, we saw you were running into some people a little bit more on the necromantic side
Right.
and doing a lot of stuff to your brain. So as you're buying stuff to go in there, do I have anything that can help knock stuff down? Do I have
Right.
stuff? You go into the real ruins, you take more band-aids. You go into the warrens, you take more stuff against disease. And
Right.
you go into the field, you have to figure out, what that's kind of a six of one, a half a dozen of the other. Not as much stabbing. Um, Really not much in the way. Well, a little bit of blight at the very end. Um, it's just a little bizarre.
Right. Cool. All right. Well, this
All right,
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to try and figure out whether I can get audio back to your side. So if we ever do this again like this,
and then take a look at the characters that you have available. Obviously, there's 4 or 5 of them that you can't use right now,
right. Yep.
but
Got
there are
it.
some that you could use.
Well, we take out some of the cannon fodder to grab us some money and buy us some time. That's best use of cannon fodder. Buy us some time.
That's right. Okay, guy.
All right, Mike.
Glad I could help.
I appreciate the help on that. And like I said,
You're
I'm
very welcome.
recording this, so I'm gonna edit this up and I'll let Brian watch it, and he can kind of get some of the
Super.
tips
Excellent. Excellent.
from
It's a
it.
shame that you can't do this with a bunch of people, but you can go with each other on an adventure.
Right.
You've just shown that more than one person can go on an adventure, but only one's playing.
Right. Right.
You
Well,
go along and chit chat and make suggestions and see what happens just for experience purposes.
right.
What I should do at some time is maybe I'll go on an adventure with you,
Yeah.
but I'll go
Right.
and
Oh
you
yeah. No,
watch and see what
I'd like to see
happens.
your. I'd like to see your.
Yeah, I think that Brian would probably get a kick out of that too.
I mean, you got guys that have defeated the darkest dungeon, so you get some
Yes,
kick-ass
yeah.
dudes.
Actually, that would be kind of fun. Maybe the next one would do. I'll go on an adventure,
Yeah, we'll do that.
and you guys, if you're free, or you come along, or you and Brian come along, just to see what it's like at a higher level.
Right.
And I
Right.
don't do everything at 5th level.
Right.
I do some things at 5th level, but you run into guys 5th level. You're running into guys with 120 hit points,
Right.
all kinds of tough stuff.
Or yeah,
But you
probably.
dish it out more too,
Right. Right.
and it would give you a chance to see some of the stuff that I have and how
For
it's
sure.
used as well.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely do that. That'd be great.
Okay.
All right, Michael.
All right. Take care.
Yep, thanks.
Stay well.
Yep, we'll talk to you again soon.
Say hi to Dawn if you talk to her. See her, Brian too.
Yeah, I'm gonna see her tomorrow, so I'll tell her you said hi.
Fabulous. All right.
All right, see you, Mike.
Right. Bye bye.
Bye.